Hello. Can you hear me now? I was yo, hello, shy. Hello, good mudbugs. Good morning. There we go. I was saying that. Also, hello there. Welcome. I was saying that I have a lot of work, and it's like I've been doing some parts of it, but because I've been focusing on some parts, the other parts are like piling up. So it's like on one side we did some work. On the other side, because we did that work while the other work is lacking. So it's like, bah. Also, I'm booting up the game. Hold on. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Booting up the game, waiting for it to load. And I was also saying that if it lags, I should probably change out of 60 FPS. Because we don't need 60 FPS most of the time on this stream. I don't think we even have 60 FPS most of the time. Like, our games probably lag. Also, I ate too much before stream. Alright, let me set up the game on the stream. Gum play. Wait, we shall start. Actually, I'll hydrate first. Hydrated. I tried to make that look more hydrating. Like I was trying to gulp it down. It was like so we could show off that I'm actually hydrated. I don't know. Anyway. Wait, okay. Game time. Game time. Rest first. Oh, this is the tutorial. Yeah, I'm not gonna read the tutorial. I don't need a tutorial. It was just telling me the traits that I get can differ, depends on the ending. Game time. So I gotta go, be back soon. Alright, see you, Daryl. What was Dakota's egg? I forgot Dakota's voice. I think Dakota's voice was like softer, I think. Always told you you'd make it big. Get real. These assholes are just using me as a pawn in some stupid fourth dimensional chess game. As opposed to just keeping you off the chessboard. Don't be a glass half empty buzzkill. Watch them make me a scapegoat or something. By the way, she's doing our makeup because, number one, we don't have a mirror. Like, not that we don't have, we can't see our reflection through the mirror. And number two, she's a girlfriend. That would be exciting. I could write a book about living with a 21st century Lee Harvey Oswald. Come on, don't even joke like that. I haven't killed anyone. Julia, honey, neither did Oswald. Yeah, right, I keep forgetting. Stop wriggling or I'll mess your face up. Sorry. I'm always obedient when she's busy working on my makeup. It's hard to take care of your appearance, especially your face, when you can't even see yourself in the mirror. Not that I've ever been particularly good at it, but Dakota doesn't seem to mind. I'm her goth dress-up doll. Her presence in my own life is one of the few good things that my sire provided for me before fudging off to Chicago. Normally, I'd be told to find myself a ghoul, but many of our clan, myself included, finds the idea of ghouls distasteful. We're cat people, not dog people. We don't want mindlessly faithful servants. We want companions who rely on us, despite having, in theory anyway, the free will not to. The kind of relationship I have with Dakota would normally be a breach of the Masquerade's rules, but the rules are different for kindred who are Camarilla adjacent, even losers like me. Simplifying here, but my sire made it clear that her child would not own slaves, and that was the end of the discussion. To be honest, I think the court mostly agreed to that request because they wanted one more thing to blackmail me with, just in case. What would you do in my place? If I had to investigate your elite's wrongdoings? Yeah? I'd probably look for those rich fudge pedophile rings, look for the assholes who mention pizza suspiciously often, see who has powerful friends in Manhattan jails, stuff like that. Oh, come on. Nah, I'm serious. Search for the deep rot, and a lot of smaller crimes will get solved in the process. What is it with you and conspiracy theories? What do you mean? You just told me your bosses are having eyes wide shut parties, and suddenly you don't believe in rich people's pedophile rings? I don't know. I don't know if I want to know. My point is, you act as if all the conspiracy theories are real. Like, you can't possibly believe all that shit. Half of it doesn't even make sense. Well, you want an interesting answer or a real answer? The real answer should be more interesting one. She removes her brush from my face to gather her thoughts. Everyone's lost nowadays. Just look at the world. It's drowning in facts that fail to cohere into a single, convincing narrative or a story that resonates. The corporate media wants you to believe in empirical thinking, but it always fails to deliver moral or metaphysical truths, and the people desperately lack those. So what do? They turn to conspiracists. And suddenly they are able to navigate the world. And why is that? Because conspiracy theories give them emotional truths that serve as compass. Is Bill Gates trying to insert satanic microchips into my body? Probably not. I hope not. Now, is he a terrible person? No idea, but there's ample evidence that might be the case. It's in his ruthless business strategies, the company he used to keep, the philosophies he follows. People look at him and they feel he's fishy, so when the media present him as a genius or a savior, and I post that he wants to put the mark of the beast in my body, they choose to believe me. Because it makes moral, emotional, and metaphysical sense to them, and ultimately, that's what matters most. The end. Why is she so hung up about conspiracy theories? I don't buy it. I don't buy it, like, at all, but since you are saying it, I will say it's cute. Good enough for me. You came up with this monologue yourself? Oh no, I read it on Facebook. Huh, figures. But just to make sure, vaccines are okay? Well, as far as I know, they don't cause autism. Good to hear. Anywho, I'm done. You're the best. Yeah, considering how many times I've done makeup on a dead body, I probably have enough job experience to be a mortician by now. Now that sounds like an exciting career, but in reality, it is probably the most boring thing under the sun. Yeah, I like my corpses talkative, pouty, and self-loathing. Shut up. This caucus will be leaving now. It's got a job to do. Probably because conspiracy theories are fun to think about, though some take them as so true. I guess conspiracy theories can be like entertaining, but when people take it too far, it's like, whoa, slow down there, buckaroo. Go get him, Tiger. First thing I need to do, meet up with Kadir tonight and report to him. I hope he knows how to guide me out of this mess. Ow, ow, ow! Wait, why is that not aligned? Oh, damn it. Why is that not on my face? That's a strange thought. Why is it not on my face? Oh, that's why. Hold on. This should help. Oh, wait, no. It should be like this. Wait, I can yeet again. How do I yeet? Let me yeet. Okay, a little bit more to the left. A little bit more to the... just yeeting it onto myself. Ow, ow, ow. Okay, I think that's perfect. We fixed the yeet, guys. We fixed the yeet. Hello, Meow Meow. Welcome. Welcome, Meow Meow. Alright, what were we saying? He should have time for me in an hour or two. In the meantime, I suppose... Ow, 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 ow! Alright, thanks. I suppose it's time to find some... What's the most dehumanizing word I could use here? Nourishment. 𝒂𝒎 told me I need to quench my hunger less often if I didn't smoke. It kills you, he said. But to start killing yourself, your organism must pretend it's alive, and that uses up precious vitae. But I love cigarettes. The way they smell, the way they burn, the hot ash falling from the top, the sound of the lighter. You know, by the way, if you have one cigarette, you're gonna be hooked forever, right? Because that's the way cigarettes are designed. They have nicotine in them. That's what we learned in science class. I'm gonna drink water. Because I had fries earlier, so it's a little salty. They way to kill you, of course. And I guess I need some tactile connection to who I was back when I was alive. Okay, New York City, guide my steps. Show me which one of your children I should drink up tonight. I used to smoke when in high school. Mau the smoker. Damn. Alright, who do we nom on? Nom on... Oh, we can nom on the girl that we nommed on in the first game. This man or this reporter? Wait, is it? Are these all nomming options, or is this just like a thing? You know, let's go do the reporter one. I want to beat up more reporters. I stopped because I don't have money to buy more. Damn. Quitting just because you don't got the munch. I guess that makes sense. Honestly, sweeping through Evergreen Cemetery in search of Nigel Woods was the last thing I expected to be doing tonight. And yet here I am. The past refuses to let me out of its grip, even for a few days. Hell, a black limo almost ran me over on my way here. I just can't get a break, can I? It takes me less than a minute to find Nigel. He's standing next to the gravestone of John Bunny, one of the most famous actors of the 1910s. Why there, exactly? Well, the man is paranoid, which is why we were forced to come up with such an unpredictable method of choosing rendezvous points. Goober not here. Welcome, Jet. I mean, you can still summon Goober. It's still a thing. It had to be ambiguous enough to seem incidental to a casual onlooker, but reasonably uncomplicated so that this dumbass couldn't mess it up. So we decided on silent film actors. Whenever he wanted to meet, he left me a note with an obscure movie title. Then I only had to look up who starred in it and make my way to their final resting place. Yeah, maybe it feels somewhat goofy and unnecessary, but it's also been fun. And ridiculing Woods for his paranoia would be a classic case of the pot calling the kettle black. There he is, idling away his time on his smartphone, rapidly swiping left with noticeably increasing frustration. Too many girls who actually know what they want from life in a row, Nigel? Don't worry, I'm definitely not that type. When he sees me, he reacts as if he's just seen a ghost, a regular comedian. The man halts a few feet away from me and crosses his arms, giving me a dirty look. What the hell are you up to these days, Sawinski? Too busy for your old pal? You never write, you never call. He puts on this completely unconvincing frown, but quickly loses it, bursting into sincere laughter. Shit, Jules, not gonna lie, it's good to see you. Looking good, gal. I mean, you're still all doom and gloom, and even paler than usual, but I always had a soft spot for your bony ass. Come here, give your uncle a hug. Give him the look. Welcome, Sonic the Hedgehog. Oh my god, it's Sonic the Hedgehog. We got a celebrity in the oh my god, what did I press? I think I accidentally skipped ahead a bunch. I did not even know there was a skip function. I think I need to scroll back up. One sec. I'm going to send Sonic the Hedgehog to my friend because there's a celebrity here. Sonic? Yeah, it is Sonic the Hedgehog. Alright, where were we talking about? Alright, give him the look. Okay. I've worked with Nango long enough for us to settle on some basic non-verbal signals for improved communication, by which I mean signaling him to get his shit together. I am surprised to find that it's still an instinctual thing, as if my mortal body adapted to it so well in the past that it reacts the same way even now that it's dead. Alright, I get it. And to think we used to... Cut to the chase, Woods. This wasn't a social invitation, and I have only so much patience for your innuendos. What do you want? Still quick to get right to the point, huh? Very well. I've been trying to put together a piece on some particularly unseemly business in the deep web. One of my plugs pointed me in the direction of Double Spiral, saying that Double Spiral. Am I even surprised that name keeps coming up again and again? It still kind of haunts me. Of course I made sure it would. I still keep tabs on Montgomery from time to time, constantly reliving those 16 months I slaved away for nothing. It might have just been another part of Karen's hazing ritual, but I have a feeling that even if that wasn't the case, Brian would still be told to kill the story. Some dud on this internet whiz goes by the name of Hope. She supposedly has had some close dealings with the Montgomery clan. Ever heard of him? Not an expert of the concept, can't say I'm familiar with the person in question either. I'm lying, of course, feigning apathy. The name strikes a chord, being one of the 4 jotted down on Callahan's list. Coincidence? I think not. Kadia insisted I shouldn't believe in these. As far as I can tell, she's mostly involved in some kinky 18+ stuff involving psychophilia, body maiming, lots of blood. Shit's borderline occult. My cover's blown though. I think someone's after me. Still, I've got a few useful leads, which I'd happily exchange for some Benjamins before I go AWOL. Interested? Knowing him, those few leads are completely worthless, but with his luck, he really might have strayed into dangerous waters. What's useless to him might prove useful to me. If I play along, he won't even know I'm no longer in this line of work. Did you expect me to buy your intel sight unseen? No dice, Nigel. Break it down for me. I won't screw you over. You know me better than that. He sighs audibly, sizing me up and down. After a brief moment, he raises his voice again. What do you want to know? Just tell me about Hope. So what about that Hope girl? Got something worth pursuing? Maybe. She's an enigma. A total effing mystery. The only thing I'm certain of is that she exists and enjoys streaming for an exclusive audience. Supposedly, she's into cryptocurrencies. You know, those bitcoins things. I could never make any sense of it. Not a scramble, I know, but I promise you that somewhere within lies a juicy story for someone like you to pursue. Hell, I have a hunch that if we join forces, we might really hit it big this time. Thoughts? This poor idiot. This intel of his sounds like a cheap pulp novel. No one in their right mind is going to pay a dime for it. It'll ruin his credibility if he still has any. If he persists in spreading this bullshit, it will probably completely neuter his ability to harm us eventually. But if the Ivory Tower gets wind of his activities, Kadir is going to get involved. He's going to ask questions, and the answers will get both me and Nigel in trouble. You're awfully quiet, Jules. Speak up. You're creeping me out. You go get out of here, man, and I'm going to advise you to escape. What's there to say? I'll be honest, like I always was with you, you're effed. He squints, waiting for me to elaborate. Secret societies? Really? What the F happened to you, you creepy, delusional drunk? Once upon a time, it was me who relied on your common sense, not the other way around. Jules, your attempt at selling this crap only hurts your integrity. The real problem is, Montgomery doesn't take kindly to people sniffing around her company. You don't know how dangerous she can be. I mean, you sniffed around Montgomery and you seemed fine to me. I did, and I had my life systematically destroyed. I had a total psycho stalking me. I got blacklisted in New York City. Tell me, when was the last time you read something from me? The gears in his head begin to turn. Shit, I'm sorry. I had a hunch something was off, but Brian couldn't help you? Brian? Brian was the person they told to stab me in the back. To his credit, he tried his best to look sad while doing it. Shit, if If there was anything I could do to help, worry about yourself. Trust me, when Double Spiral has you in their sights, that's your cue to take off the tinfoil hat and disappear. I'm not even joking. You need to vamoose and do it quickly. I got an ad. Oh no! Are you back, Shawnee? You back? To my surprise, he doesn't talk back. It seems he already reconciled himself to the idea of skipping town and was just waiting for the right trigger. Shit, you're probably right, Jules. I wouldn't stall if I were you. Pack light, cut ties, and just go. Yeah, a shame. We only just reunited. There it is. I wonder when it will pop up. That lascivious look. Ugh. I'm surprised it took this long. Come on, give your uncle a goodbye kiss. I'm a nom nom nom. I'll give you a kiss, alright. Whatever it takes to shut you up. I let him get closer before sinking my fangs into his neck. The chase of caffeine is strong. It almost covers the little hint of something else. Crystal meth? Jesus. Do drugs, kids. As I tear away from him, Nigel nearly passes out. I put him down gently. An unkempt sleeper at the cemetery is not such an uncommon sight. I decide not to stick around, leaving another remnant of a bygone era behind. Never again. I might not think much of myself, but I sure as hell am nobler than this. Nom 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 nom. Free food. Oh, we get to do something else? Okay, we could go meet Samira, I guess. Already fed. A clean-cut staff member dressed in an impeccable company uniform smiles at me as the elevator door opens. Good evening, ma'am. Meeting someone? That's a weird voice that I just gave him. I dismiss his question with an apathetic shrug. He sizes me up for a brief moment, visibly questioning my fashion taste. However, his professional acumen quickly trumps his discontent. Very well, this way, please. New York City's Nouvelle Richie seems awfully hungry for gourmet soup this late at night. Oh my god, I can't read. The patrician is packed almost to the brim. I am so sorry. Wait, is that thunder? Oh, that is thunder. What the heck? That was loud thunder. That was big thunder. You said something about referring me to one of your friends. I'm still curious who that friend is. Oh! It's just that I have a friend who's really into Sonic. So I just took a screenshot of the username and sent it to my friend and said like, look friend, Sonic is in chat. That's all there is to it. Alright, what was I saying? Oh yeah, Patrician is packed almost to the brim. The concierge points me over to the last vacant table, conveniently situated in the far-off corner of the main hall. I nestle in the chair, letting my elbows rest on the ornate tablecloth. Watch out, Olivia's white collars. There's a black widow in your midst. Well, I'm here, might as well just kick back and die of boredom. Dot. Yeah, dot. I really need something to occupy my mind. You know what, we call the concierge, and we'll go bother the guy. A quick glance at the nearby grandfather clock momentarily stupefies me. Barely 10 minutes have passed since my arrival, but it feels like I've been sitting here for at least an hour. Good morning, Briar. Hello, Nimby. Good morning, Nimby. How are you? Enough's enough. I wave at the concierge, inadvertently making a scene. Might as well bring some much-needed Philistine vibes to this place. Hey, buddy. Yeah, you. The concierge quickly closes in on me, dancing habitually between the tables, and addresses me before I can even utter a single word. Excuse me, ma'am. Are you Miss Sawinski by chance? As soon as I nod, he hands me a carefully folded memo and leaves. The note reads, the manager of this establishment insulted the Camarillus authority with his negligence. Even though it's minor, his transgressions should be penalized. I would like you to assist me in this matter. Such a display of goodwill on your part will shortly improve your standing with the higher-ups. Choose an appropriate, non-lethal punishment. S. Well, this is disappointing. It was high order to expect any help with the investigation, I guess. Instead, another chore. The best I can hope for is that this really is just a friendly request and not a deliberate attempt to derail my work this early in the game. Yeah, damn it. Might as well get it done since I'm already here, so I can move on with more pressing stuff. I swiftly approach the manager and tap him on the shoulder. He furrows his brow as soon as he notices me. I'm afraid I'm busy. One of the waiting staff should be able to... We have something to discuss. The VIP lounge. Now, if you please. His face loses color. Maybe it has dawned on him that I'm even paler than the other, more blue-blooded guests. He immediately becomes compliant as I escort him through the side door. The room isn't empty, but its guests are not leaving. Nobody pays me any attention. The manager is as polite as he can be as he sees the patrons out, but I can see he's clearly losing his shit. Hello, Briar. Hopefully you're doing well. I have a wonderful evening tonight so far. Hello, Nash. Welcome. Oh, now you're gambling. Are you gonna win? Every time you come in, you lose. That's so sad, Nash. He quietly asks one of his staff to give him 5 minutes in the lounge and gingerly closes the doors behind him. Then the pleading starts. Listen, I know I screwed up. I should have let him in. How could I know he's not one of the proper clients? I don't give a... Listen, hey. I would never. I implore you. I have children, for Christ's sake. There must be something. An arrangement. A way to... He just goes on as if I'm not even here. With each subsequent whimper, he becomes more and more irritating. I'ma explain. Just shut up for a goddamn second. My outburst finally makes him hold his tongue. I light up the last cigarette in the package and take a slow puff, trying to compose myself. I have no use for explanations and justifications. I don't know what sort of transgression you've committed. I should have never let this Sanrak guy in. How do you pronounce it? Sansarik. And truth be told, I don't give a shit. It will never happen again. I swear my mother's grave. Just... Do you have the option to eat the children, Briar? There are no children in this game to be eaten. Unfortunately. Therefore, you cannot eat children. I'm not that good of a judge of character, but him pleading with his arms out really makes him look like the biblical wayward son, swearing to change his ways. Brand him. Because we gotta punish him. I grab his hand in a tight grip, palm up and take a puff to rekindle the burning tip of my cigarette. He doesn't fight back. Unfortunately, why is it unfortunately? Because sometimes children should be eaten like eggs. Eggs are children. You and I both know Dad will want proof that I gave you a lesson you won't forget. So I hope you realize that this is messy. I put my smoke out in the palm of his hand to the accompaniment of his muffled screams. His eyes become watery, but other than that, he takes it like a champ. If I have to come back to this shithole, the next one will go right here. I look him in the eye and crassly flicked his eyelid before taking off. Da-da-da. I didn't know I was capable of this sort of cruelty, but here we are. Karen warned me that something in our bloodline finds sniveling weaklings detestable. Is that what triggered me? Well, that's a conundrum for another occasion. I did what I was asked, and I'm sure as hell wasted enough time here. I should move on. Alright, it's about time I head to 𝑺𝒐𝒄𝒊𝒕𝒔. Mighty kind of him to arrange a meeting in the place that's most convenient for me. Oh, that's clear. D'Angelo, Hope, Tamika, Agathon. I hope that's better than nothing, but no evidence, really. Honestly, it felt like it's as if someone had already cleaned up the most egregious stuff before I arrived. Sounds like the addyolks. I'll definitely try and check that place again, but I feel that I need some sort of expert to accompany me, an advanced investigator who will show me the ropes. Someone tall and handsome, maybe? Yeah, if you don't mind a diplomatic incident, I'll go with you. Any better ideas? Actually, this very note gave me one, but I will need to set it up first. I will get back to you about that. You know these people? I've had a passing contact with each of them. Part and parcel of the job, you know. I suppose. Can you help me out with this? The way I tackle it would be, look at one person on the list every night, ask around them, and see what they know if you do manage to meet them. If I manage to meet them, they're not particularly easy to get a hold of, always prefer to be a little off the grid, but nowadays, they're all practically hiding, if not MIA or dead. Funny coincidence? It is not my job to speculate. In other words, he knows something, but it's not at liberty to say. Yes, I'll find out anyway, if I do meet them. And why one night each? Shouldn't I investigate every loose thread until we're satisfied? In a perfect world, you have all the time you need, but this is not a perfect world. They'll try to brute force a solution to the case as soon as possible. I suspect that 4 nights from now, once the celebrations of power are over, they'll ask for your findings, and that will be all. Fudged up. To be brutally honest, my focus wouldn't be on solving the murder. Instead, I'd focus on not embarrassing myself. Fudged up. This is part of why I didn't want you to get involved. You couldn't possibly think Arturo had you involved out of the goodness of his heart. The entirety of your investigation is just for show. You were meant to be an unwitting actor. If it wasn't for the loyalty I feel toward Kadir, Samira, and my sire, God knows the memory of my embrace still holds too much sway on me, I'd have plotted a vendetta against those assholes long ago. But let's be frank, even if I thought that lying to Mia about being sympathetic to the New York City anarchs yesterday could benefit me, I still probably wouldn't do it. It would feel like a betrayal. Oh no, go mudbugs! Your money! You're losing! There's something about the Camarilla's ideals that still ring true to me, a belief in individual excellence and nobility, or the way time-tested traditions can ground us in this terrifying new existence. But being on the receiving end of this shitty neo-feudal structure and seeing firsthand how the elites always play by their own rules regardless, I can't help but think there must be something better out there, the kind of Camarilla that would actually deserve slavish loyalty from kindred like Kadir. A penny for your thoughts. I take a drag from my cigarette. Yeah, whatever. That's too bad, but it's no use crying over spilled milk, right? Life, lemons, lemonade. Let's just get this over with. That's an unexpectedly mature answer coming for you. Spare me and just tell me, where should I go first? You should go with me. As it happens, I'm only out here because I was ordered to drive Aisling to the art hall. And guess the name of her protege. Oh, so that's who Agathon is. Or was. Nobody knows. It's a complicated thing. You'll see. I'm on the clock, so let's get a move on. Vin Diesel rides again. Still not done with this bit? Not while it's still bothering you. If Elite were here, he'd tell me I need to stop because gambling looks bad. That's true, but what about that rule about 99% gamblers don't win? Because they stop or something. I'm leaving you behind if you don't keep up. ... As I already told Kadir numerous times at that, I have no idea what happened with Agathon. The Broadway Chantry, part of the Chantry of the 5 Boroughs, is Aisling's usual hangout place these past few nights. She's in a hurry and not willing to talk. Do you have any idea about his connection to kindred going by the names of Tamika, D'Angelo, and Hope? I don't. I made it a point to keep our relationship strictly professional one and never meddled in his personal affairs, unless they influence our work, that is, but it only happened one time. Ah yes, the infamous Juno case. About Juno. Could that Juno case be the reason he's missing? I seriously doubt it, for many reasons. I think the boy's lost his appetite for studying blood magic and set out to do a little soul-searching. It was quite rude of him not to give me a proper warning before he departed. Still, this line of work is not particularly favored by folks with a perfect grasp of how do you pronounce it? Savoir-vivre. I have no idea how to pronounce it. I do hope his search will bring him right back where he started, begging me to take him back in. The boy's talented, and I did put a lot of time into mentoring him. If he doesn't, well, que sera, no skin off my back. So he won't even entertain a possibility that he found himself in harm's way? I know an answer to that one. A researcher's mindset. She doesn't think it's worth considering the worst-case scenario seriously and just takes things as they come. Precisely. If, for example, climate change scientists didn't operate this way, most would have put a bullet in their head long ago. That's a cheery thought. I'd like to search the chantry for Agathon's whereabouts. Our good sheriff already did that long ago. You'd just be wasting your time, and ours for that matter. Didn't you say Helene was waiting for us, Kadir? Give the girl 15 minutes, Aisling. A minimal support for an ongoing investigation. And besides, she has a proclivity for finding things everyone else has overlooked. 10 minutes, and if you attempt to pass this door, or that one up there, I can't guarantee you walk out of here alive. Thank you very much, High Regent. Just get on with it. My time here is practically up, and I found nothing of use. It seems Agathon was completely dedicated to his work. Even his personal quarters are as barren as it gets. No personal touch whatsoever. Nothing I could go by. It's all research, research, research. He seems like such a bore. Focus, Julia. What would you do if you were a warlock workaholic? Where would you leave clues to your whereabouts? What would you do if you find yourself in mortal danger and wanted Dakota to know? It's loose. Was that... Yeah. It was facing this way, huh? I approached the place where I saw the shadowy silhouette appear. It's a brick wall, and one of the bricks is loose. Cuddy and Aisling are in another room right now, still discussing the party. It's not that bad. You ought to learn how to find humor in the little things. It's the meeting, Sheriff. That's all there is to it. It's time. I work the brick loose until I can grip it. Then I tug it as silently as possible, revealing a hole in the wall. Inside, there's a book. I browse through it quickly. Agathon's diary. That's a bingo. Dots. Your 10 minutes are up. So are your 15 minutes, in fact. Are you done here? If I could just get 5 more minutes, I still feel like I could stumble upon something here. If I just took a look a little more. No way, Julia. Time to go. Going back to therapy. Alright, bleed away, Sonic. Fine. I put the brick back and take the diary with me. It did look like Agathon left it so that someone in the chantry could find it, presumably the High Regent. But my investigation takes priority for now. I bid Kadir and Aisling adieu and start looking for a secluded place to read the diary. This place right here should be secluded enough for me to browse through the diary in peace. I start quickly skimming the book, singling out sentences and paragraphs that look interesting, trying to get a general idea of what kind of a person Agathon was. Or is, I hope. The more I read, the clearer the image of the person becomes. He's been working under the High Regent for 15 years. There's an underlying shame in the way he talks about Tremere magic. He always describes himself as too slow on the uptake, too late to learn something, too much of an amateur. He was really tying his self-worth to his wisdom. The entries, beginning in 2012, are terrifyingly regular. The handwriting is extraordinarily neat. The author's absolute dedication to his studies is palpable. If there's anything to his life besides work, it's his relationships with the 3 important women he holds dear. The first is his master, Aisling Sturbridge, whom he reveres for her knowledge, stoicism, and willingness to experiment. I was hoping to find some details about her secretive work here, but no dice. Looks like he was willing to risk someone finding all about his inner life, but not anything that could harm her studies. A good pupil, serving a good mentor. I'm jealous. The second is another warlock, his ex-lover, Juno, whom he feels guilty about. They had a conflict in which Aisling was involved. Having to choose between the two, he chose Aisling. Oh, hello, Sheriff Pumpkin. Welcome, Sheriff Pumpkin. How are you? According to Agathon, there was never real love between him and Juno. First it was just shared interests, then a growing disconnect, and ultimately guilt which made him feel responsible for her. But maybe it's just excuses. He strikes me as the kind of person who spends most of his time inside his head. Doesn't sound like someone you could have a fulfilling romance with. Don't dwell on it. I know what you're doing, Julia, but this is not a rabbit hole you want to be stuck in right now. Keep reading. I got an ad about a girl sticking her butt out the window and farting. Maybe you should report the ad. Like, what the heck? That is so weird. What the heck? Anyway, last but not least, Agathon's mortal grandmother, Sylvia. She's the light of his life and the person who took care of him after his parents died in a ritual murder. Not quite what I expected. Her family used to serve a cruel vampire in Mexico City, and it was retribution for their escape. She was the lead Tremere used to track him down, actually. He was keeping her alive for a long time, but a few months ago, her heart gave up. Agathon blamed his insufficient skills, the kind of man who carries the entire world on his shoulders. Left alone with Ainsley, he drowned himself in his work and eventually burned out. But it doesn't sound like Sylvia's death was the only event that triggered his depression spiral. There was some kind of incident back in 2019. He doesn't cite specifics. Another thing he was worried about writing down. It's all vague mentions of a person who made him fly too close to the sun. Whatever happened, it had the same effect as his grandma's death. New York stopped feeling like home to him. It became alien, empty, grotesque. His words. I checked the first page. There's a recent photograph of him glued to the inner side of the cover. He's facing away from the camera, only showing his profile, and striking a rather dramatic pose. At first, it looks kind of poserish to me. However, upon closer inspection, it seems like a goodbye photo. The final, melancholic glance he throws in your direction before disappearing for good. There's also a single black feather. No idea what that means. Something's written next to the photograph with a lot of flourish. It looks like a poem? More than annoyed, sad. More than sad, unhappy. More than unhappy, suffering. More than suffering, abandoned. More than abandoned, alone in the world. More than alone, exiled. More than exiled, dead. Not. More than dead, forgotten. The Sedative, 1917, by Marie Laurencin. Looks like he wrote it down recently. It might have resonated with his emotional state over the past few months. Most importantly, it seems to confirm his intent with this diary to me. The general's idea seems to be his research will outlive him, so he doesn't even detail it. Still, he wanted some kind of tangible memory of who he was left for posterity. But that's not all. There's still a mystery to be solved. Quite a few of the pages toward the end are missing, but it doesn't look like they were necessarily removed to redact information. They were torn off in a way that makes it clear the paper wasn't ever used. What's more, the preceding pages are empty as well. Could it be that that's when it happens again? I notice a bizarre shape in my peripheral vision. Lead. I turn to catch a glimpse as fast as possible, but it's already gone. If my heart could beat faster right now, it would be jumping out of my chest. It's discomforting. I've been seeing these apparitions ever since I turned into this. The worst part is, I feel they were always there, even as a mortal. They were there sometimes in the corner of my eye, disappearing when I tried to look directly at them, making me think it was just my mind playing tricks on me. But when you're part of the Night Clan, there are times they don't disappear. There are times they talk. There are times they try to force you to do their bidding, and worst of all, no, I don't want to think about it right now. Still, in my experience, they aren't exactly, I don't know, consciously malevolent. This one in particular was trying to help. I opened the book on the first empty page and look around to make sure nobody's staring. Then I cut myself using a razor I keep in my pocket, just in case. It's not a deep slice, I just want to let a droplet of vitae fall onto the page. That's when the letters appear. Look at me, look at me, a tragic clown, no longer confident that any of my people can be trusted. I turned to a fudging spick, a camarilla spick. What's a spick? Is that a bad word I shouldn't be saying? Let me Google. Oh my god, it's a bad word I shouldn't be saying. It's a slur. I'm sorry. It's a slur against Hispanic people. I'm so sorry. I just should have realized that he's the racist guy. Anyway, reserved contempt. What are you waiting for, boy? Laugh at me. Ridicule is all I deserve. Don't. Come on, don't just stand there like an idiot. You want to say something? Say it. Dots. What the hell? This is the last thing I expected to happen. This diary is haunted. A series of quickly changing sentences and images, composed of shadows and blood, give me a window into another reality. It's not an objective view. It's like scattered remnants of emotions, similar to a half-remembered dream, full of holes but an honest expression of one's mind. Might be interacting with me. It's just a hypothesis, but I don't know why else it would show me Callahan, and was at Ellis Island. Right. This time I don't even look in its direction. The voice makes me feel oddly confident about what I need to do. I pick up the feather that was in the diary and dip it in my vitae. Then I write down contempt? Let's try contempt. You sold out your ideals long ago. Old man, you're a shit-head, a coward, a bigot, a failed leader hated by everyone for serving you. Of course I have nothing but contempt for you. Heh. Good. Finally, some honesty. Now we can talk to each other like equals. It doesn't feel like this is the way these events took place. It's more like a way to explore Agathon's emotional truth about the way it all unfolded. In any case, the diary is reacting to me, and some shade of the truth is better than nothing. It's a handy tool, and if I use it right, I might have some clues that could aid me in my investigation. There are a few thoughts floating around in my head, like alien entities trying to make their way out. Is that also an effect of the diary's power? Let's try. Death? Is it fear of death that drove you to contact me? Don't be ridiculous. I've been ready to die since before you even came out of your mama's womb, boy. No, I fear something worse. So when you heard about their plot... Yes, I wasn't afraid I would fail and leave me for final death. I was afraid it would succeed. God damn it, what are you two about talking about? Why did you meet? Ellis Island? Why did you pick this place to meet anyway? It's secluded and there's something in the air here which makes all the blood magic go haywire. Which is especially important. Because of me. You're still afraid I might be part of the experiment. No, because of that devil woman. Blood running cold. Dots. All the scribblings disappear, and another set starts taking their place. The diary conjures an image of a completely different place. I instantly get a feeling of deja vu. I process the space differently. The atmosphere is different, more familiar, homely, but this is unmistakably the Tremere chantry I visited earlier tonight. And standing here is just the person I expect. Looks like that's it for my meeting with Callahan, goddammit. But what if the person he was talking about and eliciting a strong emotional reaction from was Aisling? The diary awaits my next command. Why? High Regent. Why? Why? You can't be serious. These experiments need resources, and I wouldn't be able to provide all the needed materials in a reasonable time frame all by myself. It's quid pro quo, and it's not like my research isn't helping all the kindred in the long run. I don't feel comfortable being a part of this at all. I always thought we were busy with science, not politics. These are the words of a child, Agathon. Science has always relied on politics, and politics on science. Not like this, High Regent. Don't embarrass me, Agathon. Not like this. The moving scribblings disappear again. I hastily let another drop of blood fall onto the page. What appears this time is yet another familiar face. Ah yes, Agathon, what is it that you wanted to tell me? You goddamn rat. I beg your pardon? The harpy vanishes. Yeah, right. As if I could ever gather courage to say this to your face. But the least I can do is try and stab you in the back. The diary ends here. I spill a little more VTM on the page, but it no longer works. I suppose that's it. Still no idea what happened to Agathon. Is he alive or is he dead? Maybe he's alive. I think Agathon was like one of the better not mean characters, so alive. Maybe Dakota is right. I've been a glass half empty buzzkill too often. I will brace for the worst, but hope for the best. The way he left his diary for someone to carry on his work, the hints he strategically left inside it, he's got this all planned out, no doubt about it. I choose to believe I will see him again one night. Maybe I'll even compliment that jacket he has. In any case, I think it's time to pay a visit to the art hall. I know Arturo tends to leave the Elysium quite often to take in some fresh air and message people on his BlackBerry, so I just wait until I see him. Detective Wilkes. He's surprised to see me. Miss Sawinski, shouldn't you be busy with your investigation? I am actually, which is why I'm here to see you. That's peculiar because I'm absolutely sure I have nothing to do with this case. Aren't you barking up the wrong tree? That's what I'm here to find out. I assume you want to see I'm thorough. Yeah, sure, I suppose it's commendable. What is it then? I have reasons to believe that in the last few months, you, the High Regent Aisling Sturbridge, and her child Agathon were involved in a secretive scheme. His expression changes ever so imperceptibly, but the difference is palpable to me. For the first time ever, he looks at me as a person. Up until now, I was just an amusing diversion. Now I'm something more. He doesn't like it. What gave you this idea? I'm not at liberty to say. If you want to know, ask the sheriff. Of course, Kadir doesn't know anything, but he's the only one in the court that Arturo has repeatedly failed to influence. He'll think twice before approaching him. I fail to see how this matter relates to the task at hand. I have every reason to think Baron Callahan was involved, and that he might have had grounds to fear for his life because of said scheme. He's tense now, to have the upper hand. Miss Sawinski, please answer the question. The delicate matter you are speaking of has absolutely nothing to do with the Baron Callahan's grim fate. It's a strictly confidential affair. It would be wise of you to stop pursuing it. It would be wise of you to F off. I can't be an investigator if I'm not allowed to properly investigate. This matter is unrelated to your work and should be treated as such. I'm 100% convinced Prince Panhard would agree. If you insist on pursuing it further, we can take it up to the prince and see if her stance differs from mine, but I think you aren't as naive just to waste your time this way, and besides, she'd certainly want you to present the basis for a discovery to the court. Could you handle it? I have no response. God damn it! This is his revenge for invoking Kadir, isn't it? I thought so. Is the High Regent inside? She is, but don't worry. I'll make sure to tell her not to waste your precious time, Miss Lewinsky. So that's how you're gonna play it, you bastard. Well, I guess you win this round. A strategic retreat is my only choice here. I don't have a full deck of cards yet, but just you wait. In a few nights. I'll take my leave then. Yes, do that, and if I may be so blunt, focus on the investigation avenues that aren't utterly imbecilic and suicidal to pursue, miss. I bid you adieu. I curse him out under my breath as he disappears inside the outhole. Yes, this avenue really is cut off for me. At least for now. 3 names left on the list, but I still have leads to go by. But for now, it's getting late. I should go to St. Patrick's and file my latest report. When I reach the cathedral, Father Leonard is already there. He's not exactly the most punctual person, so I always feel relieved to see him from afar. Time to move in and move out before I'm noticed by Benoit. Will this be all? I guess so. I rattled off most of it in a hurry on the way here. I'll come up with a more exhaustive report tomorrow night. Busy. Looks that way, Father. Our wayward girl has finally been recognized by her superiors. Here we go again. Of course he had to sneak up on me. If you even heard about that, I guess that means every single kindred in the 5 boroughs knows. I know you're an expert when it comes to knowing who's saying what and where, but the last time we meet, you promised to share that knowledge with me. Yeah, I was kinda lying. That's the ninth commandment broken, Father. Shouldn't you scold her? Don't involve me in your silly games, Benoit. The way you fall for obvious lies stems from your biggest failing in communication. And that is, you only pay attention to the what that's being said, not the how. That's... Booyah, motherfucker. Duck it. Annihilated with an absolutely flawless diagnosis. Child, don't make me regret signing with you. I'm sorry, Father. Won't happen again, especially if you promise to keep verbally destroying that clown. You're in a strange mood tonight, child. You'll get some sleep. Yes, we'll continue this tomorrow. I'm not showing up here tomorrow. Yes, you are. Stop breaking the 9th commandment. See you around, Julia. He says my name in a sickly sweet way that gives me the creeps. I bow to Father Leonard, do my best to ignore Benoit, and head for Dakota's place. Finally, my haven. Hey. Another tough night? You don't know the half of it. You want a drink? She points to her neck. I manage to summon a faint smile. I'd love to, but you know we can't do this too often. Maybe tomorrow. You want to talk then? Yeah, guess so. Just not about work, okay? I sit down next to her. Not about work. Got it. What's on your mind then? The past, I guess. Meaning? How spotty our memories are, and how despite that, that's what we build our convictions on. Sorry it's so banal. I'm just tired. I'm frustrated. Well, let's talk about something more specific then. What do you remember about the first time we met? The time we first met? Yeah. Shit, not a lot actually. Those were gloomy, anxious days. I think I subconsciously replaced most of them with blank spaces. I remember you trying to paint your hair black. Shh, don't dig up my trauma now, okay? I remember that when we first talked, we talked about Haosu. Don't say Haosu, that's low-key racist, I think. Nobody ever knows what you mean by house. Ah, that show with the asshole doctor? No, the Japanese haunted house horror film that feels like it was written by a 7-year-old with ADHD. In the best way. In the best way, duh. We were arguing which characters from the movie both of us are. You were Kung Fu and I ended up as Professor, which was kinda rude. You were dressed up like a total nerd. Not my fault. What was the deal with that suit? I liked that suit. Yeah, it was okay. I remember helping you out with graphic design whenever you needed it. Funny, I remember you needing help with writing as something that tended to happen far more often. Yeah, we doubled up the fun shared aesthetic with similar surface concerns, and it bonded us together even before we made sure we were fully compatible deep down as human beings. Now I'm still not sure we are, especially now, with me not being human anymore. But hey, at least we both agree that this bedroom feels super comfy. I remember always feeling left out of your social circles, always knocking at the door from the outside. I'll forget it. My social circles were full of out-of-touch, snobby assholes. Yeah, but it felt weird how much they avoided me. And there was that one time with Isabella. All of a sudden, one thing Isabella said at that one party flashes in my mind with startling clarity. After midnight in that kitchen, without context, she just walked up to me and... She will isolate you, she will suck you dry, and she'll move on to the next target. That's the only thing she knows. Don't remind me of Isabella. She always resented me. It's been so long, and it's all baseless conjecture now. But what if she really did isolate me on purpose back then? Thoughts. Nah, the glass is half full. The past is Schrodinger's cat and all that. Better to believe in a positive version of events. Come to think of it, friend or foe, if you don't believe they're on your side, they will know it one way or the other, and then it's 100% certain they won't be on your side. Maybe optimism really is the way. Hey, hello, Paladin Stam, welcome. Yeah, forget Isabella. Let's just drop this talk. I'm frustrated enough. I need a reset. Sounds like a good idea. Off to sleep? Yeah, I gotta get ready to go back to hell tomorrow. Alright, I'll get back to work. You're working remotely again? Yeah, my office is going insane for so many reasons, and I'm getting cabin fever too. Get some sun, it'll be good for you. Look who's talking. Good night, sunshine. Good night. I'ma drink. I'ma hydrate. Hydrate. Okay, now rest. A few minutes after I wake up, I see a message slipped back. Why can't I speak it? A few minutes after I wake up, I see a message slipped under the apartment's front door. Kadir? Yup, looks like he's got a short window to meet me in Queens a few hours from now. Willet's Point. A single suggestion? Be ready for action. Fine then, I will. Best way to do it would be to clear my mind. Just walk without thinking. Reset the framework. Some fresh air should do it. Maybe a chance meeting with someone could get me out of this mental rut. Let me look at the world from a different angle for a while and improve my mood. Although when it comes to improving one's mood, nothing beats some crimson red pouring down my throat. Not to mention, these cigarettes taste best with a full stomach. Let's go. We can talk to Kaiser's ghoul, which is a weirdo stalker. Or we could go to the Big Beat Burger to meet... I think her name was Adelaide? We can meet Adelaide. And again, I find myself at the entrance to my sanctuary. Current vibe, not exactly an embodiment of... I can't speak French. I think that's French. Joie de vivre. But I'm burdened by my usual self-loathing. All in all, a pretty decent frame of mind. Beware, Big Beat Burger, something wicked this way cometh. Briar is French. Oui, I am not French. And poof, just like that, my mood is ruined. All it took was a single step through the door. Dots. Some swivel-eyed loon took my seat. Her legs are crossed over the table, dirty shoes staining my chipboard altar. Come on. Her clothing style is obviously meant to look eccentric and patchwork, but comes off as tragically derelict. There's nothing coincidental in her table choice, and it's not just because there's plenty of free spots tonight. She ogles me with those beady little eyes, daring me to come and try her. I give the guide a tilt. Benny, I think his name was, a quick glance. No response. So unsurprising, he's a veteran. He knows better than to get involved. Is this supposed to be a message? Long shot, but a reminder of the Camarilla's watchful eye, maybe. Everything about this lady, her hairstyle, her mannerisms, lipstick smeared nowhere near her actual lips, screams lunatic. I'm not the type that fights tooth and nail to get the other bats out of her cave. But I'm not going to back down for no good reason either. I quietly take a seat right in front of her and wait. Yeah, you crazy-haired weirdo hag, I can be patient too. We spend the next 5 minutes in silence. She just sits there and glares at me without blinking once. Nuts. Another few minutes go by, dragging on indefinitely. She's chewing some red bubblegum with a wide-eyed grin that makes Jack Nicholson's trademark smirk look like Mr. Rogers' beaming smile. Headed off to work, I'll be looking for it. Alright, safe drive, go mudbug, safe travels. Not gonna lie, chew, that munching chew is getting chew on my nerves. It's when I say chew, it means like chewing sound, but it just sounds like I'm trying to say Pikachu. I'm gonna keep my cool. I'm perfectly aware I'm perfectly aware all this oh my god. I'm perfectly aware all this theatricality serves only one purpose, to get under my skin, make me act against my better judgment. It's chill. Surprisingly effective, I'll give her that. But I'm not an idiot. I will just take the chill pill, try my best to remain in control. She uncrosses her legs in a strangely seductive motion. In her mind's eye, it probably looked like Sharon Stone in Basic Instinct, but in reality, it had all the grace of a tracksuit slab squatting. It seems we're gonna be here a while longer. I pull out a cigarette from my crumpled package and light it, casually, as if I wasn't bothered at all by the invader. But before I can take a single puff, the nut job snatches the cigarette out of my mouth. Don't mind if I do. Who do? She cuts me off mid-sentence. Shh, no talking. You need to get back to your happy place. I tried to hold the impetus to rip her face off. She picks up after a few seconds. I don't like you. I don't hate you either. Not yet, at least. Sheesh. I'm a good judge of character, but yours still eludes me. Get to the effing point. She flicks the ash off the cigarette in a fluid motion and takes a long puff. No exhaling. The smoke comes out of her mouth while she speaks, like her intestines caught on fire. My special friend asked me to note your every step, judge your every move, and count your every failure. And believe me, when I started this job, I thought there would be a lot less counting. Who was she talking about? Panhard? Kadir? Talk? She tilts her head in an upsettingly canine manner. Little girl, I ran all sorts of charts and graphs on you, and they all pointed to the same result. Useless hussy. Can you help your sister out and illuminate me as to what all the fuss is about? Dots. You want to help? Come on, if you're a good doggy, you might get a biscuit. As if all that bullshit wasn't enough, she taps my nose like I'm some fudging puppy. Oh, no, you didn't. You want to get nuts? Okay, let's get nuts. You know, I'm dominate. I don't think it'll work, but get the fuck out of here. Get the fudge out of here. I try to bore into her mind like I did with many others before, but my body suddenly twists and stiffens, forcing my limbs into a bizarre state that's not unlike rigor mortis. She seems elated by my state, sending a meaningful smirk my way, the kind of wry expression that says, "Oh, you fudged up, big time." Bark, bark, little pup. In a last-ditch attempt to subdue her, I peer into her eyes, but all I can see is that smile and her sable eyes. The stars black. Huh? What the? There's dirt under my nails. Are those leaves? Why are there leaves in my hair? And what's that awful taste? Adding to my bewilderment, the thing that drops from my jaws is a grimy firmer. It falls straight into a hole in the ground, one that I must have dug by myself, judging by the state of my hands. I'm covered in mud, top to bottom. My clothes are crumpled and torn in a few places. How much time did I spend on all fours? Ugh! I rarely expect to keep a good thing going, but it really looked I was in for a decent evening. No dice. All I can do now is clean myself up as best as I can and make up for lost time. Shit, I feel spiritually tainted. If any cat cafe was open at this time of night, I'd go there to recover. Dots. Let's just move on. I think she just made us become a dog for a few hours. That's why we were on fours. With a rotten bone in our mouth. Oh, dang it. It's time to get back to work. I step inside the subway and head for my meeting with Kadir. Oh, for fuck's sake. You were kidding. Nope, I couldn't reach her, but I know for a fact Hope is here. He's pointing in the direction of a double spiral building. And what is she doing there? I understand she's the current leader of the company, acting CEO to be exact. No, you're pulling my leg. Of all the places in this city, the company that brags about creating IT solutions of the future, always surrounded by rumors of monstrous workers' abuse, all sorts of ethical violations, trading information with governments, and ending the career of a certain promising journalist and professional effort who attempted to investigate them seriously. You might be able to ask her both professional and personal questions. 2 birds with 1 stone. I don't get it. Last time I checked, the company belonged to Karen Montgomery. I'm told she quietly took a sabbatical a few months ago, and it sure looks like the kind of sabbatical you don't come back from. Final death? Very possible, but I've no idea. I remember I was shocked when I first learned that one of my nemesis back in my old life was a vampire all along. When I realized her position made her untouchable to me, I was beyond mad. Well, whatever happened, it couldn't have happened to a nicer person. What about her brother, Jesse? You're asking me. Last time I checked, you were the expert on this company. I just handled the basic intel for you, even though I shouldn't even really be here. Yeah, and I hope you realize I'm grateful. You better be. So is Hope just another corporate shock? Well, she is the child of Carter. A theatrical pause. He smiles as he sees me wince. But very much unlike him, he took her in for her particular multifaceted talents related to the internet, knowing he's hopelessly behind times in that regard. I hear she's been unruly though. Well, unruly is good. I can work with unruly. So you're telling me she might not be a stuck-up startup bitch? Language. As I've told you a few times now, when it comes to the internet, just assume I haven't the slightest idea. I'm getting there myself. I haven't been able to check my email for months. I have no idea what the kids at BBB are talking about most of the time. Oh my god, I might be getting old. Don't worry. The moment you realize you don't give a damn about most fads you would have cared about years ago is a liberating one. Been there, done that. At the beginning of the 20th century. Old. Anyway, you'll probably hear Hope's story straight from the horse's mouth. I don't have much time, so I'll get straight to the point. You shouldn't be looking at anything in the main building. It is just a front. Ignore it. What you want to do is use the elevators to get to the lowest floor of the building. I heard stories about the double spiral basement, but I had no idea what to make of them. Every source told me a different rumor. Did anybody tell you a rumor about an army of underground ghouls? No, but I'm all ears. Double Spiral employs an army of ghouls as a cheap workforce. They work and live underground, away from prying eyes, with lesser rights than kind employees. Perfect for business. Wow. I'm actually speechless for a second. I had profoundly low expectations at that company, but every time I learn something new about what's going on behind the scenes, I'm still surprised at the level of scumbaggery at play. I'll leave the moral judgments to you, expert. In any case, you need to reach room number 507, where the CEO supposedly resides. And then get Hope to answer your questions. His old-timey flip phone vibrates. Speaking of, if you've got any left for me, it's now or never. I'm needed at the art hole, now. What's the security? How's the security? Ah yes, good question. As far as I know, it's cameras, body heat sensors, and some electronic locks. Sounds like, with some luck, I may manage to infiltrate this building as nothing but a glitch in the system. A glitch might still provoke an investigation, so be careful. It is rare that our curses turn into blessings. When it seems they have, it's usually a trap. I'll keep them in mind. And keep your eyes peeled for the ghouls. The phone vibrates again. Well, that's it for me. Arturo is pestering me to show up at the Elysium 5 minutes ago. Tell him I kindly suggest he should go F himself. Not in 1,000 years. Well, good luck with your mission, soldier. With a mock salute, he disappears inside his car and drives away. Nothing left for me but to head in. Still, I'm anxious. There are 2 approaches to choose from, and whichever I pick, I'll have to stick with it. If I force my way in and assert my authority bad cop style, that should make an impression. Bad bitch coming in with the entire court behind her back, bluffing her way to victory. Sneaking in and politely asking for cooperation seems like the less disruptive, more me option, but it's not like being me has taken me anywhere thus far. Shit, I kinda wish I still had my routine, where I didn't need to be doing things like developing a personality. It's a bit of a coin flip, honestly, but I gotta make a choice here. How do I approach double spiral? We'll be good. Being aggressive is not for me. I don't even want to think about the headaches I have to deal with. The less disruptive I am, the better the chance it won't get pissed off at me, and I do need Hope to be cooperative. This good cop approach should pay off eventually. Alright, let's do this. I cloak myself in shadows and let my instinct take over. The lobby isn't well lit, so it's not hard to get behind the lone security guard. He does notice something is wrong with the security cameras and hits the display a few times, but once he's done, I'm already inside an emergency staircase and making the descent. The doors to the deepest floor are locked, but it takes just a bit of brute force, and I'm inside. Hello, double spiral. Thought you wouldn't see me again, huh? Yeah, sure. I look around and find an emergency evacuation map. Bullseye. Looks like all the information I need is here. There it is. Room 507. Someone comes around. Looks like one of Hope's nerdy ghouls is here to sniff around, but I'm already in the shadows. I slink away as she starts patrolling the corridor, checking if everything is okay. Cameras, body heat sensors, electronic locks. So I'm managing. I remain cautious, just like Kadir would want me to, but it's surprisingly easy for me to avoid security. Progressing toward room 507 is far easier than expected. I reach the double spiral offices where, just like Kadir said, hordes of ghouls are slaving away for their company. Deep learning, spyware, social media manipulation, yada yada. The important thing now is, everyone is staring at their own screen, so it's easy for me to keep sneaking. Thoughts. Aside from the fact that still seems to be on my trail, only slowed by the fact she's thorough in her search, I better pick up the pace. And there it is, the final corridor. Time to announce myself. I slowly walk to the end of the corridor. There it is, room 507. The door looks harder to take care of than the other ones in this place. Probably won't be able to take care of it the same way I did the others. The door to the office of the current double spiral CEO. The checking company. I get pissed off, but I'm trying to control it. There's a camera by the door. If she knows what to look for, she can probably see I'm here on her screen. But just to make sure, I knock on the door. Hope, I'm a camera-led detective, and I will need to ask you some questions. Hope, I know you're in there. Open the door. I will not leave until you do. I'm here on the behalf of the sheriff of New York City. I keep pounding on the door and calling her name. After a minute or so, a voice rings out on the intercom. Is this thing on? I guess it is. Alright, I got your message loud and clear. I'll meet you in the offices. I'll be right there. Looks like you made it past poor 𝒂𝒎𝒂𝒏𝒅𝒔. Get back to the offices and keep her company. She's probably beyond pissed off about you eluding her grasp, but don't make it a big deal, okay? Thank you for your cooperation. I'll be right there. What's up? Oh, you got a suit. On the one hand, clothes you could reasonably expect to find in any CEO's wardrobe. On the other, a body covered in tattoos, flashy jewelry, dyed hair, and wild makeup. The thought that she might be yet another CEO playing the non-conformist crosses my mind, but she strikes me as someone who's more than happy to live in her own little bubble. Still, I won't be fooled. She is the boss of Double Spiral. So, how did you find me? Sheriff 𝒂𝒎𝒆 minded. You have to ask him. I took out a new cigarette without thinking. You can't smoke in here, lady. It's better. Don't treat me like I'm your enemy. I come in peace. A deep, relaxing drag. So, when did you realize I was here? Right at the start. There was a momentary laser malfunction. Lasted a second or two. Hasn't tripped off an alarm, but I guess something was off. And that's it. Hunches have gotten me every job I've ever had. Hunches saved my life anytime I got into a messy situation. These days, the reality is too complicated to rely on anything else. Can't find a better head of security than our 𝒂𝒎𝒂𝒏𝒅𝒔, and her hunches are the main reason why. Like a sense. Don't I know you from somewhere? Haven't I seen you somewhere? No, a club maybe? Yeah, last year, soon as after I was embraced. I visited that one club in that refurbished warehouse and you were there. You've got a memorable aura. Yeah, I DJ and help out there from time to time. Gotta show my face if I want to make it big. And why don't you focus on that? Following that career path doesn't exactly seem compatible with being head of security for Double Spiral. And not just because the necessary skill sets are so different. 𝒂𝒎𝒂𝒏𝒅𝒔 looks at hope. Working at Double Spiral provides a lot of benefit to someone who relies on the internet for promotion, lady. The slow aging is just a nice perk. Lovely chat, girls, but I'd love it if you saved it for later. I'm CEO now. I have a lot of duties I must pretend to handle. I just need to ask you a few questions. Sure, yeah. Call me if you need me. I've got a weird hunch about this one too. Don't worry, I'll disappear as quietly as I arrived. Yeah, I prefer to be sure that you left, lady, so I can report it to my boss. We'll talk security later. Don't worry, that shit happens. For now, take 5. 𝒂𝒎𝒂𝒏𝒅𝒔 leaves, and I'm left alone with Hope in the corner of the office. It feels funny to stand here in front of you. Oh, and why is that? You people had me fired from my job before I was embraced. Ah, I see, you're that, Sawinski girl from Lodestar. Yeah? Somehow I never put 2 and 2 together. So you're the La Sombra rep for this city now. Huh. As she's talking to me, she keeps tapping at her phone with terrifying speed. I don't feel like I have her full focus, and it's getting on my nerves. Just so you know, I have no idea why you've taken Kara Montgomery's place, and I doubt you'd tell me, but the queen reserves to burn in hell. Oh yeah, she does. Dots. Wait, did she just admit? Hold your horses. No, Jesus, this is why normal CEOs pay for PR people to talk for them. I only agree she's a horrible person in every way that counts. Nothing more. Does she know that's what you think of her? Why did she let you take her position in the first place? What? I'll just cut through the bullshit, okay, Miss All-Star? I guess it's about Jesse and Kara covering his creepy ass. You spent months on this case and you like some closure? Pretty much. Well, here's your closure. Double Spiral has severed practically all ties with them. They don't work here. They get no company money. They probably won't ever show up here again. The company is not their circus anymore, and the workers are not their monkeys. I'm in charge now. So yeah, if there's anything you'd like from me, I'm all ears. Dots. It wasn't just Jesse and his sister. This company has ingrained structures of abuse and immoral. I've ordered internal investigators and audits. Everyone related to those illicit activities was disciplined. Legal actions, firings, and rebukes, all depending on the severity of their misdemeanors. I don't have a stomach for all that creepy corporate shit, so I'm trying to steer the ship in the right direction. Don't know what else I can tell you. For F's sake, no matter how I look at it, it seems like she's done everything I hoped to achieve. The Montgomery clan is over. The Queen Bee, a symbol of everything that's wrong with tech CEOs, is gone. Jesse, that perverted, embezzling son of a bitch, is gone. I should be glad. So, why is there a sinking pit in my stomach? So that's capitalism, huh? Is it? I think it's something worse. When I look at the online world, I don't see capital ruling us. I only see incomprehensible vectors, unknown entities constantly opening and closing various markets of information. This is something worse than what familiar 20th century terminology taught us. I don't know what it is, but it's terrifying. And it will continue until we give it a name, but you look like you need emotional support, not my depressing philosophizing. Well, shit sucks, and I'm sorry. The biggest case in my professional life, solved by some weirdo who left Kara and Jesse over in presumably underhanded ways. It doesn't get more anticlimactic than this. Fudge in hell. I want to ask her how she did it, but why would she tell me? All I can guess is she's an outcast who decided to get her hands dirty and obtain power to do something she considered good. Something I've always been afraid to do. Anyway, I feel for you, but I have a lot of work to do. So, if this wasn't just a trip down memory lane and you have any other questions, speak now or forever hold your peace, okay? I feel like a car just ran me over, but I need to keep my shit together. Right. A few days ago, the Anarch Baron was found dead in his office. Are you familiar with the case? Douglas Callahan. Of course I'm familiar. Every kindred online is talking about it. And what are they saying? They're accusing everyone. I mean, it is the internet. Are they accusing you? Why would they do that? I found a peculiar note in Callahan's remains. It had your name on it. Oh? What can you say about this? Nothing. I've never met the guy. I've never even seen him. It wasn't my crowd. Then why would he have a note with your name in his pocket? Why were Walt Disney's last written words Kurt Russell? No clue. I watch her closely, but nothing suggests she's hiding anything. Well, the note actually contained 3 other names and nothing else. Agathon, D'Angelo, Tamika, ringing any bells now. Her finger, which hasn't stopped moving across the phone touchscreen since I first saw her, freezes. Yeah, it kinda does, actually. It's a short list of promising unaffiliated kindred that was making the rounds in New York City a few months ago, in case anyone needed a hero for hire. I didn't know Callahan had it. I know Sophie Langley did, as well as a few Primogen. Not sure about the Anarchs. Who would have prepared this list? One of the local information brokers. A short but telling pause. Anonymous. How anonymous? Sort of anonymous. She's obviously conflicted about whether she should tell me, or maybe she's pretending so that I warm it out of her. I've been a good sport ever since I walked through her door. Maybe appealing to her sense of morality will work. I really need your help. I want to prevent the tensions between the local anarchs and the court from escalating, and every lead helps. She briefly considers her options, then gives up. It's my sire, Carter van der Weyden. Oh, he's brokering information? Everyone knows becoming the Prince of New York is his ultimate goal, and that he wants to make friends in all the right places. Sharing useful intel is a pretty effective way to achieve that. So you're telling me that he, a Malkavian Primogen, So this to an anarch baron. Sure looks like it. Why would he suggest his own child to somebody? To have a person on the inside. Just another way to further his information web. Wouldn't they realize you two are close? Story going around is, he left me alone and I hate his guts. Well, at least half of that is true. She's talkative. Probably sees me as a way to undermine Carter. Let's see how much further I can push her. Huh. I was wondering how someone like you could control a company like Double Spiral. I suppose a friend like in high places would explain it. Yeah, lucky me. Not happy about being a boss? Leading one of the biggest IT companies in the country? Boss, huh? Dots. She stares at dozens of displays on the wall in front of her. Do you remember the Y2K era internet? Jesus, I barely remember the internet at all. My people can't really use it. But yeah, I guess I sorta remember. Forums, GeoCities, browser wars, all those handmade amateurish pages with all the glitter gifs and bold, weird fonts. It was a golden age. Everyone was welcome to freely express their creativity and obsessions in this abstract new frontier. No formulated rules. Every site was a distinct new universe to explore. What is this internet? Who wouldn't? Who knows? You know, as a kid, for some reason, I kept saving every web page that moved or changed me in some way. I don't even know why I did it. But today, a folder with these is one of my greatest treasures. Fast forward to today, I'm the boss of a company that has one overarching goal: steer the online narrative in every possible way that benefits the Camarilla. And because the online world is so effed right now, I can do it using only 5 websites or so. Every day, I deploy thousands of believable sock puppets to force some belief on the masses. Right now, they are being managed by these ghouls. Soon, they'll be partially managed by AI. Basically, an all-American version of the Chinese 50-cent party, a new pattern of public opinion guidance. Ever since I was a teen, I've pretended to be different people online for fun. Apping the posting patterns of others was something I turned out to be horrifyingly good at. I became even better at it after the embrace. Something about the voice of Malkav in my head. After several years, I became a one-person internet empire. I could impersonate anyone. A humble florist from Chattanooga, who strives to share positive energy with their audience using photos of beautiful bouquets, motivational quotes, and the occasional The Office gif. A single mom from Brighton who reckons all these trans women must be bonkers and spends seemingly every waking moment of her life having a row with anyone who disagrees. A 19-year-old kid from Utah who keeps posting Y2K 3D renders of poorly proportioned, scantily clad ladies and telling his audience to remember what they took from you. Somehow, this talent got me here, where it's no longer fun but work. Work I usually entrust to these ghouls because of all my duties. I want out before my entire fudging mind gets monetized. But Carter won't have that, so I'll keep doing my best for both him and Double Spiral's investors. So that's why she wants me to look at him. I assume most of your operations focus on New York City? A lot of them, yeah. How do you imitate a New Yorker voice with this sock puppet account? Okay, one sec. Okay. Living in Manhattan and being mentally unstable makes this shit easy. To a normal, well-adjusted person from outside the city, everyone here seems mentally unstable. Ever watched that 9/11 Howard Stern show? No. You good? Yeah, I'm good. I just went to grab the trash can. To like throw something out. Alright. Check it out someday. It's educational. Ask anyone in New York City about it, and they're like, it was a great bonding moment. He was helping us make sense of everything he kept saying while we were all thinking. Then you listen to it, and it's everyone yelling that we need to nuke something. Maybe the entire world, get rid of all the Muslims, fight human rights, no investigations, take their oil. Cheery. You watch it, you study it, you witness that specific brand of humor in the face of tragedy, and you understand that nothing outside of New York City really exists for the people who live here, or the vampires. A foundational text, really. Whenever I need to get in that New York mindset for work, I let it play in the background. Works like a charm. Seriously, give it a shot sometime. Someday I might. For now, I think I will confront van der Weyden with what you told me. Or is it what you haven't told me? What's the story? Me? Of course I haven't told you anything. You're such a good investigator, you figured it out all by yourself. And if he asks, just tell him Kaiser sold you the info. That should do the trick. I see. Thank you. What for? I did nothing. Let Nadia show you out. And if you don't know van der Weyden's address, just ask her. Dots. Thank you for having me, Mr. van der Weyden. No need. I'll be happy to assist your investigation in whatever way I can, Miss Lewinsky. That sickeningly sweet smile. And this office, spacious but oppressive. Here's a man who knows how to subtly unnerve people, but does he even realize it? And I'm sure the presence the esteemed Addison Payne will guarantee and solely transparent. Am I right, Addison? Dot. Looks like I've interrupted a friendly meeting. In the far corner of the room I spot glasses of blood and 2 spittoons. Vices and follies of the rich. Are you sure I'm not wasting your time? Not at all. Busy as might be, I can't say I'm not curious about findings in the case. Yes, my thoughts exactly! So how are you handling your newfound responsibilities? I'm managing. I'll start by asking the obvious. Where were you the night Douglas Callahan met his, untimely demise? van der Weyden raises an eyebrow and then lets out a restrained chuckle. Hear that, Addison? I might be suspected of foul play. Exciting, isn't it? Carter, no antics, please. Just answer the question. Of course. Well, I was right here. Just like I told Prince Panhard. As much as I love to celebrate my power, sometimes one has to celebrate the amount of work piling up on their desk. So your alibi is you were right here. Alibi? Yes, I suppose. Can anyone back up your story? Well, I did make a few business-related phone calls while I was working, so there's that. That doesn't really answer my question, does it? He regards me with a stare reserved for a troublesome child. Miss Lewinsky, this right here is my private little fortress, a space specifically designed to make me focus. I don't let people in to break that focus. Aside from occasional esteemed guests such as yourself, of course, and a few wonderful Mexican women responsible for the cleaning duties. So you don't have an alibi. The look in his eyes screamed, why won't you at least try and get on board with my program, kid? I suppose, but why would that matter? Because I found something that belongs to you on the victim's person. Not? Pardon me? Took the words right out of my mouth. We're not talking about a murder weapon or something of that caliber, of course. No, it was a short list of 4 names, unaffiliated kindred whose services could be useful to anyone interested in toppling the current power balance in New York City. Tamika, Hope, D'Angelo, Agathon. Excuse me, Miss Lewinsky, but I'm afraid I don't follow. How is that something that belongs to me? But on good authority that it's a short list you've been shopping around to anyone interested in New York City, be it the Camarilla or the Anarchs. Anderson tenses up, and his host is not happy about it. This is just preposterous. I'm calling your bluff here, right here, miss. No, the bluff is coming out right now. Mr. van der Weyden, if you want to voice concerns about the information I have, how about you voice them to Kaiser, not me? Addison turns to van der Weyden, clenching his lips and gripping his wheelchair arm wrist tightly. Nuts. Oh, he's not smiling anymore. It's even more... His face is even more uncanny when he's not smiling. For a brief moment, the ever-present smile on van der Weyden's face goes missing, and the expression that replaces it reminds me of a horrifying void, like a sneak peek into what's really going on in his soul. He quickly collects himself, but the image is burned into my retinas. To think these are sorts of unsavory rumors are circulating around me, I should be grateful you let me know. So you're denying it? Of course I'm denying it, categorically. You can bet your life savings on it. I certainly hope it is nothing more than an unfortunate blunder. Et-toi, brute, come on, Edison, we've known each other for years. Yes, and what about it? Sweet Jesus, Addison, I will get back to you in a second. Any more questions, Miss Sowinski? Any of the names on the list sound familiar to you? No, I mean, yes, that is my long-estranged child on your list, but that's just another reason why I'm flabbergasted anyone would consider it mine. I see. Well, I hope you understand why I'm considering you a prime suspect now. Yes, I swear to clear my name as soon as possible, Scout's honor. Any more questions? I'm good for now, Sheriff. I'll ask mine. Will probably contact you later. I'll get in touch with him myself ASAP. Once again, thank you for the work. He extends his hand towards me, practically forcing me to shake it. Then he puts his hand on my shoulder to lead me to the door, all too eager to see me off. Out of sheer curiosity, Mr. van der Weyden, I have one more question. It may be a bit random. I really didn't need to ask it, but I wanted him to die inside for a moment. Of course, my dear. His slightly strange tone suggests I may have succeeded. You seem like a person who couldn't live outside New York City. By chance, have you listened to Howard Stern's talk show after the World Trade Center fell? A tad unsure, but once again carefully controlled chuckle escapes his mouth. Geez, that is random, but New York born and raised, just like you said, of course I did. Your opinion? Same as everyone else. It was a spiritual guidance we needed that day, coming from the unlikeliest of places, a visceral response that verbalized everything we felt, a beautiful moment of unity. Not that I'm into lowbrow jokes about Pamela Anderson and the typical shock value the show intended to offer, but as far as I'm concerned, Howard did an indispensable thing that day. Why are you asking? No particular reason. I thought it might give me some insight into the kind of person you are. Well, that's the kind of person I am. Just your average New Yorker. So it seems. Well then, I'll leave you and Mr. Payne to your plans of conquering the city. Conquering it now, that's spicy. Addison, I love this girl. She's gonna go far, I'm telling you. She's got that spunk, that glint in her eye. Goodbye, Miss Sowinski. I wish you a pleasant respite and a swift success in your investigation. Good night. I make it a point to bow to Addison's servant, not the man himself. Doubt he even noticed, but at least these invisible displays of rebellion make me feel a little better about myself. Alright, the faster I leave, the better. Julia. Father. How are you holding up? I'm fine, stumbling around and hoping for a miracle to happen like always. No better place to ask for a miracle than behind these gates, you know. So I hear. As I pass him the report about acing and Agathon, I look around, but Benoit is nowhere to be seen. I'm going in naughty absence. I decide to stay silent and simply bask in the happiness of something good finally happening in my own life. But of course it doesn't last for long. I sent Benoit away because I wanted to talk to you about him. I knew it. Classic him how exactly. Benoit won't accept anything less than me joining a convent. He's like a worried parent, a basic gesture here and there, showing up in church from time to time, and pretending to listen would get him off her case. I mean, I've been through this song and dance before, with my own worried parents when I was a teenager, wandering in the forest until Mass was over, not even being able to smoke because they'd pick up the scent. Not the best moments of my life, you know, and a part of the reason I'm distancing myself from them. I don't need this fake energy in my life, and I'm honestly weirded out by you asking me to lie. I'm not asking you to lie, Julia. Let me ask you this way. Are you a spiritual person? I guess I am. Kind of. Always was. Suddenly being able to see ghosts did not change a thing. I think it's mostly because seeing the world as purely material seemed boring to me somehow. You are, and you were raised Catholic, so can't you find a way to express that spirituality in our church? I don't see a way right now. And why is that? I sigh. Too many people who think my soul needs to be saved because I'm a woman, for starters. I don't know, there's a lot of reasons. Like the sin of drinking blood every other night, or feeling some primal fear whenever I walked by a clergyman whose faith seems to actually be genuine. That one sounds like an excuse. It's about your relationship with God, not other people. In theory, but back in the old country, I've heard my share of homilies that felt like complete condemnations of my kind, and none that would condemn hate toward people like me. And you know, when church-adjacent people try to stir shit around your very existence every few months, some minimal support will be appreciated. Sorry, all you can count on is silent complicity. I get it. I know there's a lot of work to be done, and a lot of undeserved hurt going around, but... Listen, I don't even want to talk about it. I fudging hate the tone I use when I talk about it. I sound preachier than those preachers, and my biggest dream is to not give a shit. Hello, Elite Trainer. Welcome, Elite. But I remember things. Like this story about a guy from my hometown. Most macho guy around, with a jaw you could sharpen a knife on. He became an actor in Warsaw, very successful, deservedly so. The capital might not be in New York City, but it is still a big city, and big cities go to the heads of bumpkins like us. In his case, it resulted in a dream of coming out to his parents. He was surrounded by all these stories of openly queer people, played one even, so he thought he had a chance of making it work. So he goes back to his town, tells everyone he's gonna live his truth. His dad, a ruling party adjacent businessman, curses him. His uncle takes him into the bushes and starts to destroy him physically. It's so bad, he gets put in the ICU. His face and jaw get ruined, for good. Fast forward a year or two. With his career over, the guy is stuck in his parents' rustic house. With no other path to follow, he turns to God, who tells him to forgive his kin. Everything is fine again. Angelic choirs sing about divine mercy. A kind-looking priest talks about protecting our families. A man sits in the front row of the church, a disfigured smile on his face. But that story alone didn't drive me away. One time when I saw how blissful he was, I could swear he was actually able to hear God whispering to him. He looks like a saint. It fudged me up so bad I left. Dots. I feel nauseated now. Maybe I'm still reeling from hearing about Kara and Jesse Montgomery. Now if you could talk about it again, that'd be great. I know I tend to sound like a loser who loves to pontificate about shit I can't change, but I at least keep trying to change myself, damn it. I won't offer empty platitudes, but I think I understand what I was meant to understand. I hope I haven't insulted you in any way. Whatever. I've learned not to hold people responsible for what the rest of the organization is doing. It'd be hard looking in the mirror otherwise. Not that there's much I could see in the mirror now. I'm just wondering about one thing. There is always a cross on your chest. I like how it goes with my outfit. Is it just a fashionable accessory to you? Good night, Father. Have a good night, Father. I find her sitting in bed, scrolling through Pinterest on her phone. So, how are you doing, Detective? I fall on the bed, bury my face in the pillows, and scream. Not bad, huh? I don't want to tell her about double spiral. I still have to figure out how I feel about it. I'm just not cut out for this. Now shut up. If you aren't, who is? Sherlock Holmes. Oh wait, how do you say? Poirot? Hercule Poirot? Columbo? Mads Mikkelsen's boyfriend from Hannibal? Whatever his name was. What was his name? I did watch Hannibal. I don't know. Someone who can actually put two and two together. You can't fool me into believing you're incompetent, you dumbass. I've read your articles. Don't pretend you suddenly forgot how not to do your job. Wait, don't pretend you suddenly forgot how to do your job. I haven't, but I've got no evidence, no witnesses, no promising leads, nothing. I just stumble around assuming things, talking big. Blah. So you're like, I don't know, Jack Nicholson in Chinatown, and he actually solved this case. And then wish he never took it up. Was that supposed to cheer me up? I'm just saying that the situation you're in sounds an awful lot like Chinatown. Depraved elites, big plans for the city, blah blah blah. Yeah, and that's depressing. It is what it is. I just think you should approach it this way and look for a solution to your problems outside of the box. Not as a mystery, but maybe like a trap to escape. Yeah, maybe. I throw myself on the bed again and lie there for a bit, staring at the ceiling. Then I approach Dakota from behind and tug her sleeve to draw her attention. Put the phone away. Now, come on, Jules, we can't do this every night. I've got my own work and I need to worry about anemia. You said so yourself. Besides, I was just looking for inspiration. I rub against her clothes with my face like a cat. You're impossible. Haven't you noticed what's going on in the news? People are going absolutely insane about this virus, canceling trips and orders and... Pretty please? I can't, honey. I have to replenish my stash. And besides, I'm worried about overuse. My brain is working a bit too slow, my balance is off, and I was just thinking how I miss meditation. She's giving me clear signs she just wants an excuse. And even though it would be the responsible thing to do, I know she's insatiable. She's usually the one who takes the initiative. Let's try a final push. I bite her ear and whisper in it. No drugs tonight. Let's do this raw. She throws her hands up in the air. Victory. Jesus, you're greedy these days. Always have been. Haven't you noticed? I get free blood. Alright, rest. Oh, you're up early. Yeah, I told you. Got work to do. I stretch. That's admirable. Reminds me of that one quote you always used to throw around. A lot of people say you can't smoke dope and get drunk when you got kids, and that's not true. You can, but you still gotta get up in the morning. That's being responsible. That's the one. I never understood why it was so hilarious to you. Neither did I. I just accepted the mystery and made it my personal credo. I'm a responsible person. Are you planning to have kids? Not in a million years. By the way, you've got mail. An envelope by the door. It's from Kadir. Inside is a message saying he won't be able to make it tonight, but will rendezvous tomorrow to meet D'Angelo. He wants me to lay low until then, and to stay in this apartment if possible. Apparently, nobody knows where Tamika is. They only know she's in trouble, and that he doesn't want me near it. Well, what is it? Kadir needs me. Kadir has already prepared the next list of chores for me. I swear to God. I thought you were investigating. You know how it is. They never cared how overworked I am. I need to go. It would be fun to spend some more time together, you know. Dakota, you know this is important to me. I know, but I'd like to know I'm important to you as well. That makes two of us. It's just a few more days. I will find the killer, kick his ass, get a promotion, and we'll do something we've never done before. Like what? Good question. I'll think of something. For now, catch up with your work. I need to get going. Fine. Good luck. Stay safe. You know it. This place is weirdly empty tonight. Oh, well, I'll have the usual. I feel there's a big What are we doing in this relationship talk coming if I don't change my ways? Honestly, I'm kind of surprised it hasn't already happened. But most of the time, Dakota has seemed happy enough just listening to the stories of my own life. Even if it's all boring and normal to me, it's exotic and engrossing to her. I guess I have that going for me. Yeah, well, I have no idea what to do tonight, so I'll just do the obvious thing and wing it. These vagabond shoes are longing to stray right through the very heart of it, or however it went. Time to lose myself in these busy streets and pray that the answers I'm looking for are out there. And if they're not, maybe I'll at least find some amusement or blood instead. Okay, there's one that says camera shyness. I don't want to be part of your goddamn mini-boo. Can I not be bothered for one goddamn second? And the next one is printed cats. I need to resolve this thing with Dakota, as if going around in circles on behalf of the court wasn't stressful enough. Maybe a bit of some quiet neighborhood will help clear my head. I can do that one. There it is, that distinct vibe of Manhattan's residential area. And an unmistakable scent of casserole enveloping the surroundings in a heavenly aura. The atmosphere of desolation makes it feel more like purgatory, though. There's not a single soul inside, and... oh, crap. Looks like I'm not alone after all. Some guy exerts himself climbing a nearby tree. I instinctively take a step into the shadows to remain outside his line of sight, but I can barely see anything from where I stand. Lay low. Better to curb my voyeuristic impulses and keep my head down. For a good while, all I can hear is heavy panting. Come on, dude, this oak isn't even that tall. Sure looks like it's the first time the guy ever tried climbing a tree. It takes a long time for the mysterious trespasser to steady his breath and carry on. At this distance, I can barely discern his features. He sizes up one of the longer branches. It seems sturdy enough and nearly reaches a narrow window on the second floor. Still, the guy's hesitant. Right, no biggie, just eyes on the prize. He moves a few steps along the branch, his feet stepping every other step on the way to the window, slipping every other step on the way to the window. By some inexplicable fluke, he manages to keep his balance. Once he makes it far enough, the branch slowly bends under his weight. He kneels down, probably calculating his chances to make it over to the windowsill. My guy, if you pull this off, it'll be a legit miracle. I can't help but cheer him on. The trespasser scouts his surroundings one last time, making sure no one can see him. Then he reaches into his pocket, pulls out what looks like a marble, and zeroes in on the window. Okay, here we go. He tosses the marble with the grace of a baseball pitcher. The clink of the glass is subtle, but it proves effective enough to alert whoever lives inside. A few seconds later, the window opens with the creak of a wooden frame, followed by the muffled and undeniably happy voice of the girl inside. Prince, how did you... I told you, this is too dangerous. My dad... Oh, fudge him. You can't let him make this choice for us. You know how I feel about you, don't you? I do, but... just let me in, baby. I promise we'll figure something out. All right, just come in quickly. And just like that, Prince throws away all of his doubt and eagerly jumps inside, straight into the arms of his forbidden lover. It actually makes me smile. My peeping eye scores another victory. What a story. Heartwarming, nostalgic. It's just too bad it's too cliche to steal from my writing. What, Julia, you don't write anymore? Yeah, but it's not like you can simply stop thinking like a writer. Gotta use that energy elsewhere somehow. But for now, let's just start heading downtown. All of a sudden, the world ends. Everything stops. I'm lost in the darkness, and there's not even a heartbeat to guide me. It's like sleep paralysis, except it feels as if I suddenly woke up from reality instead of a dream. Instinctively, I react to it the same way I used to react whenever I woke up in the middle of the night, aware but not able to move or speak. I just wait for it to pass. But instead of slowly regaining control, I just see a bizarre room emerge from the darkness. Just look at her, flesh refusing its fate. It is. It is not the one you were looking for, is it? Nuts. He was led like a lamb to the slaughter, and as a sheep is silent before the shearers, he did not open his mouth. There is none righteous, not even one. There is none who understands. There is none who seeks for God. All have turned aside. Together they have become useless. If anyone curses his father or mother, he must be put to death. Raging waves of the sea foaming up their own shame, wandering stars from whom is reserved the blackness of darkness forever. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. And in those days shall men seek death, and shall not find it, and shall desire to die, and death shall flee from them. Whenever I become one with the darkness, there's always this nagging fear that it might be impossible to become the normal me again. That instead of the shadows returning to normal, I will let my consciousness be dragged somewhere else, somewhere between the worlds, somewhere like this, wherever this is. This is the first time the fear has come true. Are you afraid? It's a bad idea to answer. Don't do it. Yes. Ah, excellent, excellent, excellent. I think I need to sit in this chair. Sit in this chair. Sit in this chair. Sit in the chair. Silent and lean years are not unworthy of joining the rest. However, the path is open, and is a path of obligation, liability, a debt that will be repaid one day, and when she asks you what brought you here, let your response be a scent of death. Suddenly, I feel my mind beginning to drift away from here. I am slowly starting to regain control over my thoughts. No, you aren't. Yes, I am. Fine, think whatever you want. I find myself in a dark corner, leaning against a wet, cold brick wall. I think I'm conscious again, back from whatever it was, awake, but in a familiar place, in an unfamiliar place. Well, let's just hope it's still in New York City. I emerge from the shadows to see where I am. A source of light above my head momentarily blinds me, causing me to instinctively raise my hand. As I do, I hit some sort of garbage bag with my hand. It falls to the floor, letting loose a metallic din. What the fish? A woman. I feel her hand grabbing my clothes. She brutally jerks me closer. With one of my hands already above my head, I raise the other. Easy. Peace. I mean you no harm. How long have you been here? I don't know. I've got no idea what I'm doing. Here or in general, really. It's like sometimes the forces I control figure out how to control me. What are you, a junkie? No. You're a kindred. Yeah? Keep your shit together, damn it. I'm Julia Sawinski, a representative of the Sombra in New York City. Camarilla? Uh-huh, I'm a Camarilla investigator. Well, if you're here to catch me, you're gonna be sorry you tried, Mr. Sombra. No, stop right there. I wasn't ordered to catch anybody. I'm just investigating Douglas Callahan's death. This surprises her. She loosens her grip slightly. Callahan's dead. Nothing left but a rotten carcass and musty robe. Well, I'll be damned. I've been off the grid for too long. What brought you here? A memory from a different world pops in my head. Yeah, I think I know the right answer. A scent of death. She lets me go. I rub my eyes and finally get a good look at her face. Guts. This is Tamika, isn't it? She's gorgeous, and judging by her nomadic clothes and the particularly fierce aura, she is probably an outlander. We'll have a talk, you and I. Sure, what's your name? Tamika, pass me a smoke, would you? If only it could, my heart would skip a beat right now. Tamika, I guess once again, someone out there led me to the proper path. Yeah, sure. When I pass her a cigarette, I realize I'm standing in something wet. Something that smells tasty. I look at my feet and see a puddle of water, mixed with blood. Oh, I get it. Were these guys first light? Oh, this is a cool effect. You got like a reflection in the water kind of thing. And I think she just killed some vampire hunters. The high-powered guns and expensive-looking outfits, flashbangs, tasers, all chosen specifically to combat the undead. I recognize the equipment from some horror stories I've heard. First Line, SI, US SOCOM, whatever they call themselves, they all bleed out the same, usually before I have the chance to ask them a single question. Government-funded inquisitors, Some claim they're connected to the US government. Some claim they're supported by the anti-kindred faction in the Holy See. Some have even wilder theories. You did this all by yourself? Have you seriously seen nothing? Nothing at all? I shake my head. Believe it or not, I have no idea how I got here. I just kind of let the shadows guide me. Is that a Sombra thing? I never actually talked to any of you. No idea what you guys can actually do. Still learning the ropes myself. Just go with the flow and all that. My embrace was just a few months ago. Oh, so you folks are over with the Ivory Tower now. Last I checked, you were with the Sabbat. The Camies wouldn't forgive all the trouble you caused them overnight. Again, I'm practically still a neonate. I just know there's a lot of bad blood between my clan and the others, and that I can expect at least one glare of pure contempt whenever I visit Elysium. Heh, I see. We smoke in silence for a short while. Are you alone? Are you acting alone? Is this personal curiosity, or an investigator's curiosity, or collecting intel for Camarilla? Doesn't matter, I have nothing to hide. Yes, I'm alone. Every kindred on the East Coast benefits from these guys' death, but nobody wants to get involved. She flicks ash onto one of their bodies. Aren't they extremely dangerous? Almost got me for a good year. Took me a few weeks to get back into action. Then why are you doing this? These Mare efforts have an unfortunate tendency to hurt people I care about. My brothers, my sisters. I see. I don't know how it is in other cities, but here, funny enough, they only seem to target marginalized and radicalized kindred, ones that could theoretically pose a threat in the current order. Meanwhile, the establishment in New York City hasn't really changed ever since Calibros stepped down. Quite the opposite. Every SI raid in this city has only strengthened the old paradigm. Almost makes you think that their goal is something other than protecting the citizens from the blank-bodied menace. Tamika throws her cigarette into the puddle, unfinished, and crushes it under her heel. She obviously has difficulty smoking. It's like she's only ever tried it a few times. I assume she saw me carrying a pack and decided to try it to calm her nerves after the battle. Or maybe she just wanted an excuse to make our conversation less awkward. Who knows? Are you planning to snitch on me, Shadow Girl? And why would I do that? So let me get it straight. You really think I'm dumb enough to believe, for 1 second, that a Camarilla investigator would just so happen to stumble upon the alley where I just killed a bunch of SI mother effers? If so, you're the one who's dumb, sister. I don't care if you think I'm dumb. I don't care about SI, and I don't care if you believe it was a happy accident I met you, especially considering not even the sheriff knows where you are. But I care about solving the mystery of Callahan's death, and as it happens, you're one of the pieces of the puzzle. What are you talking about? I found this on his body. Well, what remained of it. I show her the note. She tries to grab it to read it, but I don't let her. Aside from your name, you've got Hope, Agathon, and D'Angelo. You know them. Passingly. Any idea why Callahan would need a list of all your names? I might know why. Yeah. Do you? Absolutely. Do you know a man going by the name of Talk? Huh. Of course I do. Do you know about his connection to Boss Callahan, and by proxy to this list and me? No, I'm all ears. Well, too bad, because it's classified intel, sister. What do you mean by classified? Not free. Oh great, as if I were in the position to, or could afford any sort of quid pro quo, but fine, let's hear it. What do you want? She motions toward the bodies. I've killed too many of these assholes. They're tightening the screws. As it is, New York City is no longer safe for someone like me. Not that it ever was. Oh man, bracing for something unreasonable? What I need is a way out of this city. You offer that to me. I give you the intel you need. Huh, would you look at that? That's something I can handle, actually. Yeah. She raises her eyebrows. That's a surprisingly confident answer for a practically still a neonate. I'm something of an immigration officer. Psst, gotta say you sound awfully close to a cop. Almost as bad, a bureaucrat. I know of a secret pathway that would lead you to the West Coast, 100% safe travel, and if you took it, you'd be untraceable. Sounds too good to be true. What's the catch? Wait until you see how much it costs. The only reason I know this route is because a certain Nazi criminal group reached out to me on account of my position and offered me a mutually beneficial deal regarding illegal kindred travel. Normally I'd refuse, but they offered me the only thing that can buy me a lot of cash. Yeah, fine then. Money's not an issue. Now that's something I never had a chance to ever say in earnest. Okay then. You want me to help you out, Fish? Guess you want me to help you out before you do anything for me? Of course, but would you even accept this kind of deal? Hell no. Right, so we need to think of something that actually benefits both of us. She's lost in her thoughts for a moment, then speaks up. Have you met Talk before? In the course of your investigation? Or before? I wanted to, but on the anarch side, I only managed to meet Mia, and she wasn't keen on the idea of the two of us meeting. Ah yes, Mia. Her expression betrays she's got some vicious stories to tell, but it would be beneath her to divulge them. Too bad, maybe it'll be a bonding experience. So here's the thing. A few months ago, Tog and I were together. A lot of things happened, and long story short, I no longer feel close to him. But from what I know, he still feels close to me. Back when I thought there might be something between us, I gave him a ring that has a lot of sentimental value to me. And since these days, sentimentality is all that keeps me going, I want it back. So my suggestion is, tell Talk's people I sent you to get inside his base of operations. Meet up with him, ask your questions, and convince him to give my ring back. You get to interrogate him, I get to have my ring back, and then you hear my side of the story. Then I get to leave the city with your help. Everybody wins, more than once. They will really let me in just because I tell them you sent me? They will. Trust me. That sounds too easy. What caused the two of you to drift apart? Irreconcilable differences in worldview. Well, I assume so, but that's a diplomatic answer. If I'm going to involve myself in the relationship drama of two ex-lovers, I'll need something more to go on. Will you? Yeah. She picks her words carefully. I realized I'd become an element of his carefully crafted, projected image. Having me as a radical partner allowed him to present himself as a mediator while paying lip service to revolutionary ideas. A mediator. That's the 21st century for you. Everyone wants to be a middleman these days. Nobody wants to do what's right. You serious? Whenever I hear about Talk from the Ancilla, they talk about him like he's a second coming of Mao. If he ever seemed that, it's only because from time to time, people like me pushed him into doing an uneasy thing. Ever heard of the Southern Wolf and the Northern Fox? Both of them want to eat you for dinner, but only the Southern Wolf makes it immediately obvious. The tricky Northern Fox makes eyes and allows you to pet him before taking a bite. Tog loves to surround himself with Northern Foxes. They talk of compromises. They seem reasonable compared to the opposition, but at the end of the day, they have eyes on the same prize, power. Hearing this gives me a foreboding feeling, but I can't quite nail down why. Alright, just tell me where to go, and I'll tell you where we'll meet later. Dots. I'm just chilling and talks when suddenly a shrill, loud voice pierces my eardrums. And what the hell are you doing here? Oh yeah, it's the pissy lady from Talk's inner circles. I'm here to see Talk. I figured as much. You should have gone through his security first. Get out. And what if he tells me to stay? Fat chance. Move your ass before I throw you out. Mia, it's okay. There he is, walking through the door. One of the most famous New York City barons, or as some people started calling him the moment Callahan met his end, the Baron of New York City. Talk, we talked about this. The situation is a little bit different now. Tamika sent her. What? Bullshit. I wasn't able to track her down for weeks. Well, I did. There's a reason to celebrate, not to get mad. Now if you allowed the two of us a private conversation. No way, I want to keep an eye on her. You will keep an eye on the exit, and that will be enough. Please. He puts on his best authoritative tone, and it works. No protest this time. Mia leaves the room. I'm sorry about her. She can be overzealous, but usually that's not a bad thing. Yeah, sure. So has she told you I've been trying to reach you for a few nights? I don't think so. Have you? Well, I'm the dumbass the court ordered to investigate Callahan's final death, so considering your connection to the case, I thought it would be prudent for us to talk. Ah, so that's you. Yeah, now I know you're probably anxious to hear about Tamika. I'm surprised to hear you know each other. We actually met through the investigation. Anyway, as I was saying, I know you probably can't wait to hear about her, but I'd like to ask you a few questions first. I understand? Do your job? Did you know Douglas Callahan? Of course I did. We were both barons, kept having professional obligations to meet each other, but that was it. What was your private opinion of him? Same as everyone else's. A racist clown mentally stuck in the 19th century who spent too much time keeping the anarchs down. I'm glad he's gone. You mean you're glad he meant final death? Well, you know what they say. Hate to see you go, love to watch you leave. Weren't you the first kindred who saw his corpse? I was, but it was his ghouls who found him. By the way, we've established that some of them tampered with the crime scene. They were properly disciplined for that. Convenient story, let's move on. What's your alibi for that night? None. I was running around town the entire night, taking care of various issues, unrelated to Callahan, but I don't intend to indulge them to someone from the ivory tower. So you have no interest in proving yourself innocent? My official position was made clear. It's the Camarilla who are to blame. It's your job to prove me wrong. I don't know how to pronounce it. 𝒂𝒎💏. At least for once, can I face a problem that can be solved with pure logic and not politics? Any findings on your side I should know of? Ask me. She's the one who handled the murder scene. I'm not privy to all the details. Hope, D'Angelo, Agathon. Any idea who those people are? Can't recall. Sorry. The evidence I found suggests a potential link between Callahan and Tamika. Any clue? I knew both of them well, but as far as I know, they've never met. That's it. Oh well, not sure what I expected. He's the kind of guy that could only be pushed to talk if I had something concrete to push him with. Time to move on. Well, regarding Tamika, finally, I'll cut straight to the chase. She wanted to inform you she'll be skipping town for a while. The SI is hot on her trail and she needs to lose them ASAP. I've told her countless times, if she's in danger, I'll be always there for her. Does she think she can find a secure way out of the city in this situation? She's safe. So you say? She's got some other friends in high places. She managed to get out. Gotta admit, that's not what I expected to hear, or what I wanted to hear. Why did she decide to contact me? She wants her ring back. His aura changes in a blink of an eye. Ah, I see now. So that's why she didn't show up herself. Wouldn't even face me when delivering the final insult. Uh-oh, looks like I stepped on a landmine. She said the ring was a symbol of the trust she put in me. No way in hell I'm gonna give that away. Not until she gives me the chance to explain myself. I need that ring to get Tamika to talk, but with the way he's acting, it doesn't seem likely he's willing to part with it. It might require me to act shitty, but maybe it's time to change my approach. Yeah, I'm a lie. I'm a lie. Wait, what trait did I get? Wait, where are my traits? You can't be a writer and not lie. That's so funny the way it's phrased. Loyal to the end, glass half full, not into a bad cop shtick. But you can't be a writer and not lie. That's so funny. I take screenshot now. That's too funny. I'll send it to a friend. Okay. Oh wait, did I skip ahead too much? I think I skipped ahead by accident. Oh jeez. Okay, wait. Okay. Listen, this is none of my business, but I think you've got something wrong here. How exactly? I think every time I press a certain button that's related to the screenshot, it skips ahead. How exactly? She still loves you. Poof. She's only doe-eyed for a short moment, but it's obvious I hit him where it hurts. You said you just met her. How would you know? We fought an SI patrol together that won me her trust, and then we had an unexpectedly honest talk, woman to woman. Glad Mia is away. If she was still in the room, I'd be far too embarrassed to let the shit escape my mouth. But talk just nods, prompting me to go on. She's conflicted. She understands the painful realities of this world, but wants to hold on to her ideals. That's why it's hard for her to stay close to you. Even though deep down she resentfully respects her slow and steady work, she still wants to give her own approach a chance. Oh my god, what am I doing? Then why would she want the ring? To me, it's an obvious message. I was wrong to put my hopes in you. It's a punishment. She wants it to remember you by, and to have the symbol of those hopes near her, to remind her there's always another way. Look, I know this is hard for you, but you gotta give her time and the benefit of the doubt. It will pay dividends in the long run, slowly make her realize her misconceptions might have been wrong. Ah, a realization slowly dawns on him. Oh my god, he's actually buying it. I'm dying inside. He takes the ring out of its inside pocket and passes it on to me. Go. Tell her I'll be waiting, and that my feelings haven't changed. Of course. Should Mia lead you out? No need, no need. I'll manage. As I leave, I feel very self-conscious about the pace of my walk. I feel like I just got away with murder. If he relays what I said to Mia, she will probably see through my bullshit in an instant. But it won't be my problem at that point. Time to meet Tamika. I find her already waiting in front of the Jewish museum. Tamika, how did it go? Wait, how was her voice? I think her voice is a bit more like, how did it go? She raises her eyebrows as I put her golden ring into her palm. I'm quite surprised, to be honest. I didn't think you'd succeed. Turns out I'm a talented diplomat. Psst, from my experience, that usually means a liar. She looks at the ring with a gentle gaze and stores it safely in her pocket. Or has he actually changed? Who knows? I just met him for the first time of my life. Anyway, I've kept my end of the bargain. Of course, it's time I keep mine. Last year, a certain fledgling appeared in the city and attempted to build a coterie. That list you found on Callahan, that's the list they've got. They contacted each of us, then found themselves in deep shit. SI, Kaiser, Sophie Langley, some shadow players manipulating everything from behind the scenes. Then they disappeared. Kaiser, that name popping up once again, it can't be a coincidence. No one knows where or why, doesn't really matter. That happens when you punch way above your weight. Hope they're doing fine despite all odds. In any case, Toll got involved too. That's how I met him actually. He got hurt. Didn't want to say how. Claimed it could put anyone who knew in danger. Whatever happened, it gave him the drive and the desire for change. For 2 months, he was a beautiful kindred, plain and simple. But suddenly, something in him snapped overnight. His tone mellowed out. His actions became timid. His language became more befitting of a political science student than a charismatic leader. I assumed he met someone who made him an offer he couldn't refuse, but I had no idea who that was. And then one night, I followed him when he was out, and I saw him scheming at the docks with Callahan. When he came back, we had an argument. When he refused to explain himself, I knew I was on my way out. And that was that. I understand. Wish I'd known that earlier. I might have confronted the facts with him and learned something more. He never told me, of all kindred. What makes you think he would have told you? She's got a point, I suppose. Alright, thank you. Now it's my turn. Here's your way out. I pointed at the manhole below our feet. Here's a map of the sewers. Follow the route and then burn it. You'll be looking for a one-eyed Nosferatu wearing tactical gear. Tell him I sent you and then give him the agreed-upon amount of money. What kind of route will I be taking anyway? An armored van full of precious coffins. My man knows how to arrange them to allow for unnoticed extra cargo. Her face darkens. The circulatory system. What did you expect? The rich and powerful always get the blood they want, one way or another. At least tonight, one of their routes will be used for something good. She drops her shoulders in resignation and opens up the manhole cover. Fine, but remember, if this doesn't work, I'll be back at your doorstep with a vengeance if it's the last thing I do. I'm sure it'll work out fine. Just beware of a giant albino ghoul alligator while you're down there. Tamika rolls her eyes. Sewer ghoul alligator, for your information, is just a story New York kindred like to tell neonates to mess with them while they're still gullible enough to believe anything they hear about their new world. Oh, that makes sense, I suppose. Well, this is a goodbye. If in a few months you hear that the first light presence in Los Angeles has been decimated, assume that against all odds, I'm still alive and kicking. If you keep killing indiscriminately, you might cross a line of no return, you know. Shouldn't you take it easy for a while? Not until my brothers and sisters in blood stop being slaughtered. I care about what's left of my humanity, but turning a blind eye on kindred in need would be even less human. So that's the kind of person she is, and probably will be until the very end. It must be comforting in a way, to know how your path will end, yet to follow it all the same. I could never do that. Here's some parting advice for you. We might be monsters, but we were lucky enough to be born in a world that's even more monstrous than we are. If we rebel against it, we might find salvation. If only I could believe it. Didn't expect the preaching tone. Why are you telling me this? Because I think I have a pretty good nose for people's auras, and when I take a good look at you, I smell someone who doesn't value the truth much. It's not much, but just a hunch, but you seem prone to be giving in to the cameralist empty promises of safety and their petite bourgeois values. I think I should take offense to that. I hope you do. That will reflect on you well, in any case, whatever happens. See you in your next life, Julia. Safe travels, Tamika. I skipped tonight to visit to the church. I'm not in the mood to see Benoit. I'm still embarrassed about yesterday's outburst. I'm kind of pissed none of the clan elders in Chicago bothered to reply to any of my fudging reports. No advice, no feedback, nothing. I feel like I was left utterly alone. Besides, it's late. I always get back to the apartment early in the morning, right before it gets bright. It's getting risky to be out here so close to sunrise. Accidents can happen. I try to get back earlier tomorrow night. Attempt to surprise Dakota. Yeah, I'm back. Yay. How was work? All caught up? Yeah, I managed to get my deadlines postponed. All our clients are canceling and delaying orders left and right. Huh, does it mean you have time to help me with my makeup tomorrow? We'll see. Perfect. Alright, I need to disappear before the sun catches up with me. Hey. Yeah? I love you. Oh. An uneasy silence fills the room. I'm not getting out of this one, am I? Well, I've already come up with one love story tonight. What's another? I love you too. I quickly turn away to avoid looking at her sincere smile and leave to rest. Isn't it because I learned to lie? And then my character is just like, I have to lie now. Okay. Hold on guys, hold on. I want to see how much we have left. Hold on, I'll check. Let me change the scene. Okay, I'm gonna check real quick on the internet how much we have left of the game. Because she did say that there are 4 characters we have to meet, and 4 each night. We've met 3 of the characters, so I'm not sure how much left is the game. If it's, because if we leave this for next time, what if it's only like an hour? You know what I mean? So I'm gonna check real quick how long we have left in this game. In case if it's only an hour, or like an hour and a half, maybe you can power through. But if it's like 2 or 3 hours, then we stop here. Let me drink some water too. Bum. We can talk and chill. That is true. Okay, so apparently, hold on. skibidi, skibidi. Okay, if this, okay, this, that was an hour, and it took me, how much did it take me? An hour. Then we still have an hour left. Wait, an hour? It took me 2 hours. Okay, I think we gotta stop here then. Because I think if I keep going, it'll be like one more thing and then the end of the game. So I think we stop here and we do this next week. But let me just save the game first. Yeah, I've been talking a lot too. So we can just chant for a bit. Hello, guys. Sounds like a plan. Yeah, it's a plan. I actually need to check something. Ba 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 bum. What do you mean? That's a bit weird. Okay, no, that's correct. Sorry, I went to check something because like you haven't paid, but I already paid. What's up? Basically, I went to order the sample for the plushie. I ordered sample for the plushie, by the way. And then it said the shipping, you know, not shipping, the payment didn't go through. But the payment, I'm pretty sure the payment did go through. It's okay. I'll see what happens tomorrow. It definitely went through though, because the money was deducted on my account, I believe. It's the merch. Yeah, like we're making a sample. We have to make a sample of the plushie before we get like orders for the plushie. I know I said it before, this particular screen VTM was feel like an audiobook, which I try my best. I try the best to like make the voices and stuff. But I feel like I can only make voices better if it's like there's a visual novel aspect to it. Or like they're animal characters. Because if it's just like text, I don't really do like voices for people in the text because it's hard for me to picture. I really like VTM anyway. Oh yeah, so I did order the sample for the plushie, but it's gonna take maybe 1 month for them to make the sample because they said they have a lot of orders. We need the sexy arts. That's for the 𝒂𝒂💏. The 𝒂𝒂💏 is not funded yet. It is on the top left corner in the screen right now. That's the 𝒂𝒂💏. That's for the sexy arts. But even if we fund everything, we're probably going to do it like a pre-order basis. So we will try and like collect, well, I say we, but it's me. I'm going to be the one arranging everything because I think it's going to be, it will be, because I'll be the one keeping all the stuff and shipping it out. At least I think so. I'm not sure if I want to get like the company, the group that I'm with, the company like the 𝒂𝒂𝒏 to do it. But I feel like I should do it because if I do it, I think it'll be not easier, but like not easier for me, but like maybe more practical, if that makes sense. I won't be spending a lot of this money. It's not gonna be done anytime soon. Meow meow. Because the sample is gonna take a month to make. At least a month. I'm not sure how fast the company will do it, but it's a company. It's a full-on manufacturer that makes toys and stuff. So the cost is a little cheaper than what a different company quoted me to make plushie. So yeah, so we will do it. So we will try to do it pre-order based because I cannot pay to buy like 20 or 30 plushies and put it at my home, because number one, that would cost a lot for me to buy 20 or 30 plushies and have it at my home. Plushie hype, yeah. So we will do like pre-order basis. So the more people who buy it, the cheaper it will be, basically. So far, thank you for hard work. You are welcome. You're welcome. So far, the problem is that I'm worried about. This is the app stream now. Where's my thing? Where's my Excel sheet? Okay, I have an Excel sheet with all the numbers. So far, what I'm worried about is for those of you, unfortunately, who are living overseas. So I'll just use America, because I feel like most of you who contributed are American to the plushie fund. The shipping that I found. Okay, so shipping, the cheapest is probably like 25 to like 30 to 25 to $30. But the plushie itself will be cheaper than the shipping, definitely. Even if we get only 20 pieces or 50 pieces, I think it will be less than, it should be less than 20. Shipping is gonna be pricey, but worth it. Yeah, I'm just mentioning it up front. But yeah, shipping. But I think what we can do is also what I can do on my end is try to sell some, order some other stuff other than plushie, so that you guys can get more stuff in one go. That way the shipping isn't too bad. Maybe that's what I'm thinking. So, but right now we still have, so far from what I have, because I still have the old merch, which is we still have a lot of sticker sheets. I realized I ordered like a bunch of sticker sheets, and they actually gave me extra, which is kind of nice. I didn't realize until I fully counted them. So we have sticker sheets, and then the standees. The regular standees are very popular, but the goober standees, on some of them, some scuba standees too, but the regular standees with the regular Briar, like this model that I'm using, is people seem to like that more. Perhaps what we can do, we can try and print more of those, and also maybe we can print the Mare one. So just some ideas. So like, yeah, just some ideas to do maybe not everything on pre-order, but some things on pre-order. Drinking water. Is there anything else you guys want other than like plushie and doggy? I don't think there's anything like pretty unique, right? I'm gonna be supporting when I'm able to. No worries, Meow. No worries. There's always the keychains. We already have keychains. A blanket or throw, or like a pillow cover, like a regular cushion cover. Oh, like a wall scroll. Ooh, that could be a good idea, but I don't know what kind of art we can put on the arts on wall scroll. I can look into that. A towel. I don't think that. I like how when I search blanket, the first one says printed blanket can be used as a blanket for dogs. But they don't have a dog in the video that they're showing. The dogs are printed on the blanket, but there's no dog in the video. I feel cheated. It says available seat cushion. what would, I'm just thinking, like, what would the towel even look like? Would it just be like the stare? You know, the stare. Wait, do I have the stare as an emote? I do, right? I'm pretty sure I do. I'm checking though. Where's mix it up? Wait, can I even use my emotes on mix it up? Oh yeah, that one. You know what I mean. Drinking all the water. I think a wall scroll is a cute idea. The ass there when someone says something sus. Yeah, exactly. I don't know what would. Oh yeah, I did have the prints that I maybe a mug. A mug is okay. I would say that mug is probably a little heavy. Which is the shipping front, and also a mug is like, what if it breaks? That's the issue. Like, what if it breaks? Like everything else, I don't think it will break that easy. But a mug is like, oh my god, what if it breaks? We have that manga looking art that we can probably have as a wall scroll. Because I think that's a good art. Wait, let me show you. Do you guys remember the manga looking art? By Kate. Amogus. This one. Oh wait, it's too big. Hold on. The screen. You guys remember this one? This one's very pretty. It's very detailed if you zoom in. This one could be a good wall scroll. Coyote. Yeah, it's a coyote. We got that one, and then we got... These are stuff I already have like rights for. Like I bought like paid extra to like print for printing right. We also have this. This one was supposed to be on a shirt, like in the back of the shirt, and then the front is supposed to be like the logo. We never actually made the shirt because that was the merchandise company that ran off. That's awesome. This one? Yeah, this one's very nice art. I asked for like the yarn and then the specifically in a diamond shape. We could still make a shirt. Probably. And then after this one, we also have this one, but this one's just for printing. I think this one's a nice print at least because this one has the perspective. I think like it's a very cute one. And then of course we have all the goobers. Where are my goobers at? We got the goober. The goober. Yeah. Oh yeah, you guys want to see the doll art that my friend drew? Cause like you know how like you have to, when you you have to make the art. Then you gotta show the art to the manufacturer so they know how to draw it, how to make it. I will show you. Look at it. Look at it. There's snaky ones. Don't look at the naked ones. Look at it. It's so cute. There's bald. My friend drew it. Oh my god. Yeah, this is like this is basically the prototype. This is gonna be the sample for the official sample. So it won't be made up with my because like I made like the scuff one. The scuff one I made is very scuff. Oh my god, it's so big. Okay, this is the one I drew. And that's the one my friend drew. So you can see like instead of the manufacturer making mine, because mine is kind of weird. I guess it's cute, but later it might be flashback. Yeah. So this is the one my friend drew. So you can see that my idea is transferred. And I think hers looks cuter and more doll-like. So this is how we hope the doll will turn out. Yes. Yes. Cute. Yeah, cute. I'm gonna drink some water. Drink some water. Drink the water. But yes, we got the ideas. That's them ideas. Yeah, so we could write that down. Wall scroll. Wall scroll. I don't think we can do a mug. We also want the tote bag, but I don't know if you guys want a tote bag. Basically a tote bag of the stair. That design is very cute. It is very cute. Oh my god. Hope everything goes well. I want the plush. I hope the plush turns out cute. They did say it will probably be around like less than 20 basically for the plush. But it depends on how the sample goes. Because they said like they can only give me an estimate, they have to check when they make the sample how much roughly it will be. Okay, wall scroll tote bag. Do people even use tote bags? I always see people selling them. I never see people use tote bags. Bald. Oh, we can become bald. I'm bald. I'm gonna be bald now. I'm bald. Did you know? I have no ears. Cursed. Tote bag is a girl thing. Yeah, fair enough. Okay, no tote bags in. No tote bag. Would you want a t-shirt with the anime girl? On t-shirt? What items you say aren't in the realm of possibility? I don't know. I'll say like things that are easily breakable. Perhaps we should not make those. Because I think it would ship to my area fine. I'm just worried that I probably won't be able to pack it well enough to ship to your area and have it survive that well. Because like, if it's like a big box of mugs that ships here, maybe some will break, but most will be fine. But if it's just one mug, a mug will be difficult. You know what I mean? I guess it all depends. Okay, so we have wall scroll idea. Actually, I don't know what a how would we even make a blanket? I guess we could make like a repeatable pattern of like goober head. That's my idea. If we have like a if we need to make like we want to make like a blanket. Cause like, you know how I think blanket would be nice with like a repeatable pattern. And you just have goober head. repeated. But that might not be. That might be a little weird. Yeah, brainstorm. What do you guys want? Make like a hoodie as well, or a t-shirt or a hoodie. Hoodie? Do people not wear hoodies? Goober hat. Wait, how will we do that? How will we put Goober on the hat? It sounds like a good idea, but how will we put, like, would you want like a like, oh, you know, is it gonna be just like, wait, where's my, I can't draw. I wish they had a whiteboard function on OBS. Hold on. Cause you know when you have like a cap, you just have a logo in the front. What if it's just like a Goober? That'd be so funny. Bald Goober. Wait. Paint. Oh wait, why is it not capturing paint? It should be capturing. What the? Oh my god, that's cursed. What happened to your paint? Okay. Is it because of? Ah, there we go. The peak. So okay, imagine it's like I'm using my mouse right now. Okay, this is a cat. This is a cat. Imagine you just have Goober face here. Wait, no. I need to draw Goober properly. Is that what you meant? Because I don't know how else we would do a Goober head. A bald Goober on a beanie. Maybe open mouth Goober on a bald cap. Wait. Let me do this. So it's easier to show. But who wears hats? Okay, wait. Beanie. A beanie. I also wear beanie. You guys wear beanie? Oh wait, I'm a girl. Maybe it's because I'm a girl. I don't wear beanies. So okay, so is it like this? And then instead of... wait, can you still see it? Did I cut too much? No, you can still see it. So instead of the logo, we just put Goober. Is that it? Wait, how do I put Goober? Okay. How do I import layer? How do I import something onto... Import to canvas from a file? Okay. Wait, why am I cursed? Why is my face cursed? Wait, 1 second. Why is my face like that? Why did it break? Okay, wait, I'm reset. That was cursed as all hell. Why do I look like that? Why do I look like that? Oh god. Okay, we will be Goober for the time being. Mom, I'm scared. Mom, don't worry, I'm back. I have no idea what happened. That's the first time that ever happened to us, man. You just get like a jump scare. Anyway. And then we put... Okay. Do you mean something like this? You mean something like this? Or is that too... Or is that not what you meant? I think this is too plain, right? But I think... it would have to be something like this, right? Oh wait, it means something like this. Wait 1 second. It means something like this. Let me hide this. It's like this, but with like goober face. So for example, it would be, maybe we put it blue. Put it blue. Yeet. No! Oh! Yeah. Okay. And then we put goober face. So we do it like, how do I? New layer. Erase this. Let me draw a goober face on there. Wait, how do I change the size? I just did it. How do I change the size? Where did I change the size? I'll never get tired of goober getting the... No, stop it! Oh, it's here, isn't it? Yeah. Ah, it's on cooldown. Haha, it's on cooldown. So, would it be something like this? Kind of like... It's very scuffed, but you get what I mean. Is this what you meant? I'll write that down, please. A beanie hoodie. Probably won't make a lot though. Maybe I'll make like, I can make like 10. But I think a lot of them have like minimum, oh yeah, this one, wait, this one has minimum order of 10. That could honestly be quite cute. Okay, we could try. That beanie could work. Alright, wait, this can be our idea. Oh my god, why did... You just look for beanie and scroll down and there's a ski mask. It's perfect for robberies. And skiing, of course. Make it the color of your skin and we can all be bald. Won't we all have different color skin tones? I mean, if we go into the sun, we'll get different color skin tone. What else? I think that's pretty much it. Ski mash for all your goober skiing and black bread, guys. Yeah. I'll be back. Gonna do something real quick. Alright, see you, meow meow. Na 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 na. Ba 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 ba. I don't think there's anything else. I have an idea. I don't know what they're called though. Is that what they're called? Wait, is that really what they're called? Wait. What is it called? I'm trying to find what it. Oh, is that really what they're called? Okay, that's what they're called. I was thinking to do a funny one and have a car window sticker, and it'll just be Goober and be like, "Don't drive like me," because apparently I'm a bad driver. That could be a funny idea. This is a car sticker. You want that one? Okay. That one's part of a. Wait, let me. The full one for that one was the image I showed just now, which is the full one is actually this. It's just cropped. It's this one. There it is. Imagine you have it on your window while roll down and roll it up, and there it is. You can do that? I didn't know you could. Oh wait, I guess you could technically do that. They're quite thin. But you mean we can put this whole? We can put this. This one could probably be a car sticker if you want. Be like, okay, enough. Yeah, that was a good idea. We go to the drawing board. Yes, yeah, that's the idea. Okay, so we have the wall scroll mini hoodie, two standy, and then the car window decal. Okay, what else? I think that's a general. I think that's okay. Oh my god, wait. I'm just thinking, like, do they have it? Wait, is it possible? Oh my god, that's hilarious. I just look for, you know those when you're a kid and you want like fake tattoos, and you put the fake tattoo sticker on your hand, and then you put water, and then you just get a fake tattoo. No, that's too silly. That could be a funny gift though, like a free extra gift. You just get like a little free fake tattoo Goober, and then suddenly everyone has a fake tattoo. No, I like that idea. I'm gonna write that down as a free gift. Or just include one with every order. It's the only way you get the fake tattoo. Right, Alright, that's a good idea. We're gonna do crunching the numbers. Alright. I think that's a good place. But man, I'm gonna jump back in. I was gonna be like, there's a good place to leave it off. But now I'm gonna jump back in. Also, I don't think we have a stream tomorrow, right? I'm pretty sure we don't. Tomorrow is like a day off, and then we're doing members art stream. I'm a chick. About the long one. Yes, tomorrow is a day off, and then the day after we're doing members only art stream, which basically means I'm drawing whatever the members want. Yeah. Alright. Alright. Let me. Okay. We're going raid. I'm not sure the Mare is coming back anytime soon. It's always neat seeing draw different things. I try my best. I'm not good at arting. Like, I can do okay sketches because I sketch a lot as a kid. I don't art that much. So like I can do decent sketches, but when it comes to actually like making professional looking art, I can't do that because I never learned how to color and all these things. So that's why I do like the arts, just like do some sketching. But thank you. Okay, I'ma dip out. But I'ma send you guys to Rika. She's streaming now. Actually, what is she doing? I already linked the stream, but what is she doing? I want to check first. What's she doing? Oh, it's an indie game looking thing. It's a cozy looking indie game. 𝑭𝒐𝒂𝒎𝒆. See you later. Alright. Thank you. Okay, see you on Thursday if you're a member. And if not, on Friday. We can play more on Friday. Bye-bye now. Bye-bye.